Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to the Wednesday evening stream. How's it going, everybody? The title shall be Hot New. I don't think we can call it hot yet. Let's call it New Vintage Gym Challenge Break. Don't forget, Gym Challenge is Charizard, right? So also then we have Hot Rayquaza Break. Now that is hot. And full Pokeshuffles. We're going to hit save on that. Pokeshuffles have been moving. Hey, what's up, guys? How's it going? It looks like Zell is still messing up. So you can still do Zell orders. You just send me a picture of your Zell order, okay? Come on. We are going live for Wednesday evening. I shut down the Wednesday morning stream early to just go hang out and have fun. It was a slow stream. So we'll see if this stream's any busier. Maybe not. I don't know. We'll find out. We'll go ahead and close this. All right. Let's see. Hey, is your Dark Dragonite no hollow first for sale? If so, what's the price? Let's see. Give it a minute. Yes, he's for sale for the right price. All right, so I just wanted to answer that real fast. What other messages do I have here? Man, I got like 6 messages in Instagram. Let's see. Let's see. I have one of those for sale, but it's a no grade, PSA graded card. All right, and then here's a guy saying 40K. All right. Let's see. Do you have just the one copy? Yes, just the one copy. No, I don't have a price. Mine is special because it's also a YouTube video of it being pulled. The only video of that type on the internet. All right. Let's see. Do you still have the promo Gengar for sale? I'm just listening to offers. He's not a rush to sell. All right, man, I got like 6 messages to answer here. That's too many messages. Let's go ahead and log in and take a look at our chat today. How's it going, guys? A little bit different on the music today. We're doing synthwave music. Kind of go through cycles with the music. Let's see who's here. So we got Aovic, Reynaldo Ray, Andyman, Alex, Troy Malice. Hey, what's up, Troy? Do you have a reverse Psyduck Rocket Returns? I don't know if I own that one. Reverse Psyduck. Did I ever buy reverse Psyduck from Rocket Returns? I might have that one. Ooh, we could go through my Rocket Returns collection again. You want to do that? Psyduck Returns. Let's see if eBay saved one. Oh, eBay says I bought one for 180 back in 2022. Actually, it was less than 180 because that was 180 Australian. And as you all know, Australian dollars do not convert to full US dollars. They're like Canadian dollars. They're like Canadian dollars. Miss 6, she sent in an order, 2 Phantasmals. Then Team Rocket Grunt says 2 spots in the Rayquaza sub list. You got it, man. All right. So you want me to show off my Rocket Returns? Say less, fam. So Miss 6, what can we do for you? Here's our 2 packs of Phantasmal. You know, 6, I wish I was serving these up to you at $5 a piece and still making a little bit of money as a little rip and ship card shop. I wish I was doing that. I don't like the price of Modern right now. I really don't like where it's at. It's still, you know, from a perspective of how much the actual hits go for, it's possible to make your money back opening these because any PSA 10 from this set is going for a ridiculous price. So it doesn't the high base price of the pack is sort of made up for by the fact that if you get a card and it grades 10, that's going to sell for a lot of money. Like that Dugong right there is probably 100 if he's a 10. Oh, man, or this card right here. No wonder it's so expensive. Look at that Meowth, man. Well worth the $24, don't you think? All right, so yeah, if this Meowth grades 10, you actually make probably a big chunk of money. That's why these boxes cost so much, because the graded 10s are doing well. There you go, 6. That's right, he's in there. I forgot about that. Mister, you got side up reverse. I've logged 40 hours in Pokopia. Pokopia? I'm coping with it. All right, you still giving up your Hollow 6? You still doing that? Let me know. I'm going to place this over here. You did the other day, so I'm just doing that. And then let's get these into your bag. Is the Meowth good? Oh, yeah, that's a real good pull. Don't you think that looks good? I think it looks good. We don't have a giveaway, but I can add a giveaway, so we'll pick a new one out when we hit 40 likes. We'll pick a new giveaway out at 40 likes. You got Wally, you got Canary, you got Spearow, you got Shroodle. Shroodle the Doodle. All right. Very good. RE9 Game of the Year. Pokopia better. Me, Mister. No way, yes. Yeah, it's sad time. It's sad time. What? What? Ugh. So. Mega Rayquaza. Team Rocket Grunt, you're taking spots number 2 and 3. So this break, Team Rocket, or this break right here, Rayquaza. This is the reason you guys come back to this stream. Look at that. Who's offering this as a break right now? Who's offering this as a break where it's this efficient? It's so efficient. So this is what we specialize in. This is what makes us different from the other streams. We got the breaks, guys. Really good ones, in fact. And look at that gym split, too. We got this gym challenge split. Don't forget Charizard in this set. This is Charizard over here. Big set. So both of these are really good. And, of course, this is actually getting more attention than the shiny Charizard. Sleepy Joe Tyranitar. Very nice. He had too much to eat. Very relatable. Meowth 123, tag 10. How does the Ray one work again? Rayquaza. He's $200 if you want to buy straight in. That gives you an odds of 1 in 11. $200, 1 in 11. Now, if you don't want to do that, there's a riskier way, 20 bucks. See how like 20 times 10 equals 200? So it's 20, 1 over 10 over 11. See? That's the sublist up here. This is the sublist number. So these are your sublist odds. 20, 1 over 10 over 11. These are your direct odds buying in at 200, 1 in 11. So for 20 bucks, you could get a 1 in 10 odds to pull the sublist. And then if that works out for you, you now have a 1 in 11 shots for him. You could pull the whole card for 20 bucks. I mean, where else can you do that? If you go to open an Evolving Skies booster pack, it's like $97 on our menu. I don't know what other people are selling it at, but it's probably between that and, I don't know, maybe like 70 bucks. Over here, you can take 20 bucks and just go straight to a 10, and it's the Rayquaza. Like, damn. That is clearly a better system. But let's go find that Psyduck. I'm going to show off some Rocket Returns. He said, do you have Rocket Returns? Do you have Rocket Returns? Oh, I got Rocket Returns. Let me show you. Where are my Rocket Returns? I got some in this box. Here's a Monkey D. Luffy. It's Monkey D. Luffy. He's my favorite. Rocket. Skibidi beebidi doobidi 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 doo. What do we got? There should be one more box, right? Don't I have one more box of these? I thought I had one more box of these. Is it just 2 boxes? Nah, that can't be right. All right, well, let me bring these over. I know there's like one more box of these, so I don't think these are all of them. Ugh. Mister, I never liked bulk. You can always have it. What? 6. Here we are. Here's Suicune. Ooh. Wow. Wow. Entei, Mewtwo, Snorlax, Raikou. He's not even from Rocket Returns, but he finishes the set. Huh? Pretty good. He's from EX Deoxys. That's kind of nice. Those are kind of good. A little Moltres Articuno Zapdos. Not bad. A little Scyther, a little Scissor. Not bad. Now I got these Kubones. My Cubones are all over the place. Like, here's one, and I think I have 2 more in a box, and I think I have 3 more in the PSA vault. Dark Golduck, Magmar, Magnemite. Look, you could once upon a time buy this for $330. Now he's like 1,000. Here's Magikarp, 9. I just been sitting on that as an investment. Isn't that crazy? I said I'll even hold a Magnemite, or I'm sorry, Magikarp 9. Here it is, EX Team Rocket returns. This is an impossible holy grail card for some Magikarp collector out there. He'll never own it. He's going to have to pay out the booty cheeks to buy this guy. Here's our Dragonite. It's one of my personal favorite parts of my collection. I've shown him off too many times. How about that Psyduck, though? Where's the Psyduck? Quillfish. He's like top 5. Magby. Dark Slowking. Togetic. I almost sold the Togetic a long time ago to somebody. A girl wanted to overpay for it, and I ultimately said, you know what? I'm just keeping this guy. All right, so the Psyduck's not in here. So I either sold it or he's in another box. I think he's in another box because there should be 3 boxes of Team Rocket Return. I could have sworn there were 3 boxes of it, but I don't know. I just don't see him. Let's see. The Psyduck is crazy expensive. It's possible I sold it to like Jen or something like that. Jennifer Yap. Because I wasn't myself in particular a Psyduck collector. Although maybe more so now than before because I'm aware that it's one of those hot Pokemon. It's one of those Pokemon that's reached like a special iconic status when it comes to the collectibles because of how it appreciates. So we keep an eye out for it. I could have sworn there was another box of this though. Wasn't there another box? Hold on, bear with me. Not here. Here's some empty boxes. We're gonna put these. I thought I had more. I got some poker cards. Poker. Some of these. That's a whole mix of stuff. That's a mix of stuff. That's poker cards. That might have been all of my Rocket returns, so I might have sold that Psyduck. If I sold them, I sold them a long time ago. I probably sold them for like 500. Oops. But again, I'm not a Psyduck fan. I do kind of like him. He's a psychic type. Victor Coke Kiko is next. What does he say? 2 spots in the Rayquaza sublist. Victor. Scoobity-bun, all right, we've got 3 whole orders. Woo! Miss 6 is back. 2 Mega Evolutions, 2 pre-grades. You pick. All right. So, 2 Mega Evolution. Miss 6. Oh, my. Snipping this. Oh, a big bird flying in front of my window. Some kind of vulture. Spearow, Clawitzer. Nobody ever talks about catching or eating vultures or feeding them. There's no like bird feeder for vultures. What would you even put in it? Rotten dead animals? All right, just some hollows this time. Clawitzer. I know you like Clawitzer. Did the woodpecker die? No. Wish he did. All right, so Miss 6, 2 pre-grades. Maybe 3 pre-grades. Maybe a free one because you've been donating some hollows. Let's see. Definitely the Meowth. Dugong and Shrew. You're going to get 3, okay? Actually, skip the Shrew. You're going to get the Spearow, okay? So 3 pre-grades. You get a bonus pre-grade because you're donating hollows. Where can I put this safely? Okay, let's set this box to the side. All right, you ready? Whoa, not bad. Slightly off center. I hate to say it, but there's a tiny print line at the bottom, 9. All right, I'll show you the print line for your viewing pleasure. There he is. That's a bummer. How does that even happen? Okay. He was real close, 6. Real close. Or should I say she was real close. All right, Spearow. Spearow's 2 off center. Off-centering left to right and top to bottom. Spiro's a 9 at best. Could be an 8. Okay, and now we have one more, the very desirable one. Tell you what, I'll pre-grade the Strudel too. Okay, oops. You know, after a card grades 9 like that, what if I give you an option to sell it into the binder break? Would that be interesting? Oh, man, you're not going to like this. So if we zoom in, what's that all about? Dang, dude. It's not a complete line. Sometimes PSA has allowed a card to pass as a 10 if it doesn't have a complete print line in it. Centering is so good, 6. You have no idea. It's so good. But with that scratch on the back, I'm giving it a 9. You can still grade. I'll say 9+. You can still grade it if you want, because it might just come back 9 and be a really, really good 9. Or you could hope that they missed the line or don't care about it. You know what I mean? Maybe they go, well, it's not a full line. So when it comes to like the Meowth, let's say it was in my inventory, I would end up grading it just because I know even if it turns into a 9, I can still flip it. Boo, I know. Let me give you another grade, okay? Canary and Wally's Compassion. Ooh, what if I had like a pre-grade option where I just graded your cards until I found a 10? Would that be interesting? Like a pre-grade till you get a 10. Or run out of cards. Yeah, top to bottom centering is not good on this one. Look at that. Nice and clean on this one. No print lines on this one. Isn't that nice? Oh, but off-centered. That's why those 10s are pricey, man. So you're going to have a top to bottom centering issue here. I'm going to say 9 on this one. Okay, I don't suppose you want the Canary and the Wally graded. Canary immediately looks a bit off-center. The Wally looks pretty close. Let's take a quick look. Oh, yeah. It's always the card you don't care about grades 10. That's how it works, 6. The card you don't really care if it gets a 10 or not, that's the one that's actually a 10. Oh, yeah, Wally's clean. So there you go. We graded until we got a 10. Wally gets a 10. Canary's a 9 as well. We are. Now, 6, let me ask you a question. If you could sell these as near mints back to me, or let's say not back to me, let's say you could sell them on consignment, would that be an interesting idea to you? So whatever the near mint, not PSA 10 price, the near mint price for a raw card. If you could sell these as raw cards, would that be interesting? Or do you actually prefer to collect them that way? That's something I've been debating, 6. Helping people sell their cards ungraded. Because we have that ability to both pre-grade cards and to consign them right on the table. So it's, you know, it's an interesting idea. Hey, Mr. Longtime. It's Mr. Abood. Long time. The man that has the Ninetales Delta species from you finally caught your stream. You must be feeling pretty good. That was a good one, huh? Luckily, I still have one of those. I think that's why I sold you one, because I had multiples. That was a pretty good one. What is that worth? Like 10,000? I got a surgery date Monday. Ugh. 6, just have some guy who likes feet check your feet out. He could like give you a massage or something and maybe pop everything back into place. It's iconic to me. I've been getting offers and I'll never sell it. Ah ha ha. I'm glad that you're loving it. Your story is very similar to a lot of stories I've heard recently. You know, I've been selling cards like those Delta species to a lot of people for a long time, and everyone's turning around and finding out, oh my God, it was like buying the best investment of my life. It's like almost, if that card's like $10,000 now, that's like what, like a third of the cost of a whole vehicle, like a brand new vehicle. It's pretty good. And you probably bought it, if I had to guess, you probably bought it between $1,000 and $2,000. That's a pretty good investment. But you weren't the only one I did that with. I did that with a bunch of guys. And it's become a very nice thing in hindsight, huh? Here's Houndoom. It's a splint bone. Thank you. I'm excited to finally get it so I can heal. Here's Command Tower, Pineapple Tower, Pachirisu. Very nice, Pachirisu. Here's Mimikyu. We pushed our show in Doha to hopefully in October. We would love to host you when things slow down from the clown show. Oh, you're the gentleman who invited me to Qatar. Is that right? I would love to go there. I haven't been on a vacation anywhere interesting in like 7 years, and that sounds very interesting. You know, I think about going on vacation places, and I don't often come up with a reason to truly go on vacation. But when it's a place that I've considered actually moving to, all of a sudden I'm much more interested. I like anywhere in the world where the taxes are low and the people living there are very sort of like business minded. So I'm all into that. And places like Qatar, if I'm saying it right, and UAE and even Saudi Arabia, they're smart, man. I like it a lot over there. And then you have Hong Kong. I like Hong Kong. I wish I could say I like Switzerland, but man, they just got high taxes, dude. They got unbelievable. They got those European taxes over there, man. It's really crazy. Completely safe, 0% crime rate here, no taxes. That's what I'm saying. Isn't that isn't that what society's supposed to aspire to? 0% taxes. It doesn't have to be zero, but just like 5 or 7 or even 10% is fine. But like when it gets up to 50, it's like, damn, that's crazy, dude. 50%. And some places pay higher than that. And it's just like, at that point, you got to call it what it is. That's basically slavery. You're working so that someone else can take all your money away from you. And it's not truly slavery, but it's so close to it, man, because it's like, you're just working for someone else. That's all you're doing. By the time you give up more than 50% of your labor, I think it is logical to say you're not working for you anymore. You go to work for another human being. That's crazy to me. And it's modern. And the way they get away with it, they tell you it's for the greater good. You don't notice how much they're taking. Yeah, or you're the person receiving it. So they just, you know, they do it in a legal way and they say, well, it's legal. It's like, it is what it is. So yeah, countries where the taxes are low always impress me. All right, so next up we have Miss Six with 2 Ascended Heroes. Miss Six. This stream brought to you by Miss Six. I already talked to the community about you. I'll definitely reach out on Instagram when it gets closer. We need to show you GCC hospitality. Yeah, I like all those places. I hate to see all the war and all this stuff in the Middle East, though. That's pretty jarring. How was it going to end? I don't know how it was going to end either way. It sounds like they're trying to wrap it up right now. That would be a good thing, but it's like the instability's definitely not. That's unsavory. How do you fix that fast? There's no quick fix to it, you know. I think the people of Iran just have to come together and get really good leadership going. But how does it end? Does it end with the regime staying in power and having a huge grudge against the United States? Do they hate the USA and their allies? I mean, I think I heard the king of Saudi Arabia saying he wants the war to keep going. Like, he doesn't want it to wrap up too soon. He wants to see it completed, basically. You know, kind of like a don't injure what you can't kill kind of situation. We are, Miss Six, 1 ball. 1 Voltorb. It's going to be okay. They have to wrap it up. Yeah, they got to wrap it up. It's got to happen. But, you know, I'm just curious how it actually finishes. You can hope for the best, but it doesn't necessarily work out for the best. We'll have to see. I think that if the government in Iran's not tough enough, they'll get probably invaded by their neighbors, maybe like in Afghanistan or something, or just, I don't know, just anyone in the region who has enough fighting, you know, loyal men who say, hey, let's go take power in Iran. But it's like, you can't have a Western puppet government, and yeah, it's tricky. Who knows? It's a mess. It's basically a mess. So I don't know how it's going to end. Very curious. Ideally, someone new would just be in charge, and they would say, hey, let's just get along with everybody now. That's not going to happen. I mean, it's almost unfathomable for that to happen. Mr. Zuzu says, got my cards from you. Great packaging, and they arrived safe. How's the Tyranitar looking? Still at 5? Yes, sir. Here's the Tyranitar. Rawr. And here's the pack split. All right. Ooh, Gym Challenge. And here's the Mega Break. Ooh. All right. so let's see. Now we have to hit refresh. Not really. My wrist is sprained too. You sprained your wrist? Nicholas Alvarez, he says he would like a full box of Y Sneaker Bunko Volume 2. Oh, very good. We got a lot of that. And then shipping in the USA and no baggies. So you're getting a fresh round of shipping. JK says if every citizen had to go down to the local tax office and physically drop off a check every payday for taxes, people would be pissed and actually see how much they're taking from us. Yeah. Well, I mean, most people do notice it coming out of their taxes. At least in America, the taxes are lower, which is nice. You know, but in Europe, it's really tough. Those tax rates are crazy. You start earning like $60,000 and they're like, yeah, by default, you're going to pay 47% to the government. But then when you turn around to spend it, you still have to pay like a sales tax. So, you know, that's your money that you already paid taxes on. Now you have to do sales tax when you go to spend it. I mean, so then the real tax rate is much higher. It's much higher than 47%. Pretty wild. Let me go get this box of Sneaker Bunko. All right, here we are. Ooh. It's all about migration patterns these days, in my opinion. You know, sell me 1,000 slab. Any, can you do that? Hey, what's up, Mr. Louie? You looking for some pricey slabs? We have the Pricey Slabs channel now. Did you check that out? It's fresh. The Pricey Slabs channel is updated, so we might have something that you wanted there. I don't know. You have to go look. But here's an example of some pricey slabs. Persian Tops, Geodude, Staff Typhlosion. This got expensive. Celebi, Gengar English, Firo Rainbow. Here's a cool one. Diamond Pearl Giratina 10. That was really nice. Staff Frostlass, Boobies Girl. This Nidoking. This Aerodactyl is pretty neat. Look at that. That's pre-release Aerodactyl. One of these have already sold on eBay. That's what I based the price off of. And here's a Spearow. So I got a number of these Topps cards. Here we are. Topps cards are cool. I sold a number of those Topps cards recently on eBay. I had to raise the price to make sure that I didn't lose them all. All right. You're always looking for a deal, huh, Mr. Louie? Louie, you got anything to sell me? You got to sell me something now. Set that there. All right, so this is for our friend Nicholas Alvarez. And you just want to ship this right away, huh? All right. We got a whole bunch of this, Mr. Nicholas, like 6 cases of this left. 6 cases. Did you hear that? That's a lot. So whatever it is you're looking for here in this set, you're probably going to find it if you dig long enough. Because we got plenty. I thought of listing a case or 2 on eBay. Because I don't think I need this much. It's like I'm overstocked on this one. All right, there we go. All right. I'd throw this away too. Toss that way. Mister, what are your stream times now? We do 2 streams a day, Miss 6. 1 in the morning, sort of in the lunchtime, and then 1 in the afternoon, 1 in the evening, which is this one right now. Both streams tend to run for about 3 hours. Sometimes they only run for 2 hours, though. So total stream time per day could be between 5 and 6 hours. I think we're averaging about 5.5 hours. All right, you get to keep the non-hollow booty butt cheek doggy girls. What is this that called? This is called Sneaker Bunko Volume 2, and I have like 6 cases of it. There we are. If anyone wants to buy a whole case of Sneaker Bunko Volume 2, let me know. I'll cut you a deal. There we are. Back to Art Raiders. No more overnight. No more overnight, but on Saturday, we will do a late night stream, okay? So on Saturday, there will be a late night stream. On the weekdays, it's this double daytime stream situation. We are. All right. Prefer guide cards, mister. You prefer guide cards? I'm not here to judge you, Mr. Reynaldo. All right. Meow, 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 meow. Okay. Okay. Here's a hollow. Here's the doggy girls. Here's this lady with the blade. Whoa. Here's this lady. What kind of deal are we talking, mister? Like, as cheap as possible. As cheap as possible. Cheaper than the menu price if you're buying a whole case of it. Here it is. The one whole case discount. You'll like it if you're interested in this set. Look, it's got Megumin in it. Megumin. How do you say it? How's it pronounced? Megumin? Megumin? All right, that's for you, Mr. Dick. Now, Nicholas Alvarez, did you really want to ship this whole thing out right now, or did you want me to save it on your bag? Did you want me to print a label for this right now, or do you just want me to mark shipping on your baggie? Because I can do whatever you want. Here we are. I like your McGuman pull. There we go. All right. 6, when are you going to come visit? Six never comes and runs the stream. You know, we're coming into cool lake time. Nicholas Alvarez. Fares. 3.26. All right. Ooh. Now, I didn't hear him say if he wanted me to just mark it for shipping. One day, I'm broken at the moment. What? Just put a little heel cream on it. You don't have heel cream in the closet? All right, give me a second. Let's go make him his label. He's not here to say no. I'm going to go ahead and print that label. Usually people don't ship on their first order. That's why I'm a bit surprised by it. And let's see. Let's make sure the address is correct. It is. And now let's have it update this for today. Okay, good. And now let's lower the weight. All right. And exactly how light? It's quite light. So we're going to reduce the weight even more. All right, so let me set this to the side. It's calculating the price of the postage. Now, here's Litwick for $100 Master Ball English Litwick. Ah, serious business. Here's my imagination. Imagination SpongeBob. Here's Ganondorf. Wow, that's cool as hell. King of Hearts Ganondorf from the year 2011. Did you guys catch that? That's 2011. So that's quite old. That's 15 years old. That's quite old. We have Lightning. This is a gym break. So I would love to have the gym breaks be more meaningful. Can you guys think of a way to create like a scoring system or something like that? The gym breaks as they are, they're just sort of like, you know, somebody wins, somebody loses. We've had scorecards in the past for individuals. What do you think would be a fun thing? We've done gym badges, we've done scorecards. What would you guys like to have, you know, be the functionality of the gym breaks? I'm curious about two things. I'd love for there to be like loyalty badges in the Discord server so that if you have the loyalty badge, it's like a cool thing in Discord. And then I would like there to be like a way to know who's winning at the gym breaks. What do you guys think of that? We could just go back to making scorecards. Do you guys want to reset the scorecards? I think one of the problems with the scorecards is that, ooh, I know. So one of the problems with the scorecards is that we gather all these people into these breaks, right? And we write a scorecard for each one. But the problem with that system is that you're left with this ever-increasing pool of energy cards, and it's all these people who did like 1 or 2 breaks and then gave up. What if we have like a 3/4 season? We should do it like that. Your scorecard lasts for 3 months from when you begin it or something. What do you think? Bring back the scorecards. I've kept track of my gym break record. I'm 4-8. Oh my God. Don't tell us that. Look, here's Gilberto Cedillo. Seva Duzababi. I'm going to toss these out. I feel like maybe keep them for the regulars. I still have my cards. I am interested in the scorecards still. I'm going to change the way they work. So the scorecards should work differently. From now on, your scorecard should have an expiration date. And the expiration date shall be, let's have it be 4 months. 4 months and your scorecard is over. So beginning today, scorecards are back. And if you get a very good score, like an unusual number of wins or an unusual number of losses, that should be turned into like some kind of, maybe like a Discord role. That's what I'm thinking. There should be some interactivity. Like, obviously, this is just a break, right? But it should be a little more than that. Because we work so hard on these decks. I love the decks. Have you guys seen deck 3? I think leaderboard with the kill count, maybe whoever has the most wins in every season could get maybe a bounty spot or something. Yeah, like a reward or something. Or maybe the person with the, actually, honestly, you know, when you really think about bounties and all that stuff, it's just a reward for somebody who's already done well. I feel like the greatest loser, the biggest loser should be the one with the winning spot, with the winning bounty, you know what I'm saying? So if you have the most losses, you get the backup slab. This. All right. All right, all right, all right, all right. Look at that. So the people in this group helped build this deck with their donations toward the deck. They didn't have to donate anything expensive, just whatever they thought was fun. Mr. Jaded has the best donation. We also have this Jimmy Therese Mewtwo. That's pretty cool too. But you just donate whatever you think is fun. You don't have to donate anything expensive. And we have this great deck ready to be used now. And now I feel like deck 3 is ready to go. We can add more cards to it. It's not over yet. There's still time to add cards to deck 3 before we activate the giveaway for it. And then I think from now on, a scorecard system, but with a solution to the problem where there's people who would like, they would create a scorecard and they'd abandon the scorecard. And that was crowding up the scorecard box. That was the problem. So we've just solved the problem. Your scorecard expires in 4 months. That's what it is. That's what it is. That's what we got to do. Here we are. All right. All right. Top score reward and lowest score reward after 4 months. Put the Charizard in the bag. It is. All right. Put this here. What if the reward was the deck itself? That'd be interesting. Ooh, that's a very interesting idea. What if the winner of the gym breaks acquired the deck itself? That's a very interesting idea. I don't think we could do it this time because I don't know if Jaded is going to want his Charizard back. It's a pretty good card. But in the future, if we told the people donating that the winner gets to take the deck, that definitely makes it more interesting, doesn't it? Because now there's like consequences. I like this idea. This would be very fun. Well, so for now, we're not going to do that. We're not going to have you take the deck home. Maybe we'll allow you to take the deck home minus the Charizard. I think that should actually go back to Jaded. Because everything else is, everyone knows these are donations, right? These are donations. And no one's really donated anything really expensive. Like, he's not really worth all that much. Same here. These are mostly just, you know, these are pretty forgettable cards. Cobalion's okay. Oh, that's my donation. So that's mine. So it doesn't even matter. That's one of mine. But this guy right here, he's actually worth something. So we might want to keep that for Mr. Jaded. Maybe we'll have 2 types of donations to the deck. Donations versus maybe like gift donations versus rent donations. You know what I mean? So like I think he should get his Charizard back because he didn't agree to give the deck away at the end. Yeah, like a loan. You can loan a high-end card to the deck, or you can gift a card to the deck. All right. Yeah, that'd be interesting if the winner took the deck home with them. What do you guys think of that? That would be cool. Dang, that lightning card. Let's start deck 3 now, and let's see. So if we're gonna do it, should it be 4 months at a time or 3 months at a time? Maybe 3 months at a time. So let's say 3 months. 3 months is 90 days. So 90 days. Starting today, 90 days. So 90 days from now, somebody can take this deck, based off of what? Total wins or best kill death ratio? I think it should be total wins. Yeah, I think it should be total wins. Should it be? How should it be done? Like, if somebody just spends a lot more money than anyone else, they're going to get the deck. How should it actually be handed out? You guys think about it for a minute. I'm going to go look at the queue and see if there's anyone waiting to have an order service, because I don't want them to wait too long. Let's go check that. I like the idea of the person who had the most wins and most losses gets a shot at it. Oh, that'd be interesting. What if it was the person with the most wins and the most losses? So, like, one person has the most wins and one person has the most losses, and we just flip a coin to see who takes it at the end. Or maybe there's one last gym break between them. That's a funny thought. All right. That's a funny thought. Is the sub list $20? That's correct. For the Mega Rayquaza, yes. So we have an order from Miss 6. She says 3 of the 151 surprise Chinese. So 6, this right here, this is my top recommended on the channel right now, guys, is the surprise 151. I think it's the best value for your money when it comes to the booster packs. I really think this product is underpriced. It's the Pikachu Gengar set, and it has Bubble Mew in it, and it has shiny treasures, shiny Pokemon in it, and it has good Master Balls in it. So this is my favorite set to open at the moment. Look, you know, Jigglypuff, Poliwhirl, and Sandshrew. Just hollows this time, but you know, you might want these in your bag. You kind of paid for them. I've grown attached to deck 3 from an audience's point of view. Yeah, and we can even start work on deck 4 too. All right, Miss 6. So deck 3, 90 days, no bulk. All right, I'll take it back out. Here you are. No problem. No bulk, no problem. So starting now, we'll start doing scorecards again. And did I write this down? 90 days. The starting day is 3/25. Okay, whatever 90 days from 3/25 is. Here we are. What do we have? We've got Gengar for $52. Gengar for $64. Hello Kitty for $85. Here's one of the gym breaks. It's actually Plankton Tiny Tyrant, and this is a specialty Magic the Gathering card, graded 10. Hard to get those 10s, actually, from Magic the Gathering. I talk about that because it's true. Magic the Gathering cards often suffer from white dots on the corners and edges, and with the black paint on the back of the card, they're super visible. Very, very visible. Cole Kokoschke returns. 2 Obsidian Flames, 2 Stellar Crowns, 1 White Flare, and a new bag. Breakthrough break hasn't happened yet. That's right. Breakthrough break is still going. Where'd it go? So here's this pack split. Where's the rest of it? Give me a moment. Here it is. It looks like we took some of these breaks off the table. Let's put them back on the table. Like this. Don't forget about this, guys. The Lego break for the gigantic Pikachu. It's the Pikachu Lego set. And this Noctowl. And I guess this guy's a gym break too, huh? All right. What we've been working on the last day or so is repricing some of, like this Gengar here. Repricing some of these. Dang, dude, I really like this card. I'm just going to hold off on this card because I think he's underpriced. I really like him. All right. So this is 14, 10 out of 10, and there's 3 people in there, okay? Now, 2 Obsidian Flames. Do I still have Obsidian Flames? Suppose I do somewhere, huh? Otherwise, it wouldn't be on the menu. You want White Flare as well. 1 White Flare. 1 White Flare. Here are these really expensive Dragon Ball cards. Here's Nikkei. I'm going to put this back here. Let's see. Here's an empty box of Riftbound. Oh, there it is, Obsidian Flame. Well, I'll be a monkey's uncle. Move this in here. And we're fine. Ooh, Secret Lair Plankton, though, they have a higher quality control because it's limited qualities. If we win the Pikachu, Lego, can we have you build it and then smash it on stream? That is a very funny request. You want me to build the Lego Pikachu on stream? Maybe. To be honest, it wouldn't, it would be a bad use of my time, but it's kind of funny. Maybe Karis would do it. Maybe Karis would make it. I bet she would love to put it together. There it is. I used to, did you know this? When I was a kid, I played with Lego and another thing like Lego called Connects for countless hours. I played with them all day. I did a lot of drawing, and I played a lot of video games, and I played with Legos for sometimes like 8 hours a day. And out of Connects and Legos, I'd build these huge structures like giant robots and stuff. And my parents, they both thought I'd become an engineer someday because of the stuff I would make. I'd make really crazy stuff. I remember one time with the Connects, I was a kid, dude. I must have been like 8 or something. And I made like a whole bodysuit out of the Connects, and it was all connected. And I could step inside of it and walk around with like a bodysuit out of the Connects. I remember one time I made like a Barracuda, and it was just gigantic. It was humongous. And it was designed so you could hold the tail of it and just kind of twist it back and forth, and it would like swim. Kind of like, there's some toys like that, like those jangly snakes. And I was just always working on stuff like that. I would build these things that were so large, I almost couldn't finish building them. They were taller than me. All right, Cole Kokoshke. All hollows, Mr. Cole. I'm sorry, man. But my parents were always really excited about that because they thought it meant I was smart or something. We are. No, it meant I had autism. Just kidding. 2 stellar crowns. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Let me get those stellar crowns. Let's see. I still remember all that. There was a thing we would do where my brothers and I would host a competition between each other to build stuff. And I would have to create a rule that they weren't allowed to copy me, because that was their whole strategy, was copying me. And it would drive me crazy. We get into these fights. All right, there it is. Very good. All right. You could have her build it and then tie it to a cement block and sink it into the lake. We're not polluting the lake on camera. That sounds to me like... That to me sounds like a criminal offense. We're not sinking. Although, you know what I have thought about doing for fun? Because I don't think this would get me in trouble. If we had like a glass bottle, filled it with like some sand, and inside of the glass bottle, a PSA any grade Gold Star Gyarados, right? And then we go to a random part of the lake, toss it in. Glass bottle full of sand so it sinks to the bottom. And inside of it, a shrink-wrapped, waterproof-wrapped Gold Star Gyarados. What do you guys think? Oh, Kokoshka, I'm so sorry, man. Those are cold, too. That's pretty rough, man. It's Mister's treasure. He left it all in the One Piece. Yeah. We'll call it the One Piece. All right, sounds good. Iran keeps saying they have no contact with Trump. Yeah, maybe Trump's just lying. Maybe he's saying he has a contact. Maybe he does have a contact, but it's warring factions. Like maybe there's 2 parts of the regime, one that wants to work with America and just pretty much admit defeat, and the other part that's like, nah, we got this. Let's just keep fighting. So you never know. There must be a lot of chaos over there if the chain of command's all been blown up. So there's probably a lot of chaos right now. The Legend of Zelda. Let's get this into the consignment. Did you sell it? Sell what? Would you sell your Burning Shadows Charizard? I'm open-minded. I'm open-minded, Mr. Louis. It depends on the price. All right, so let's go ahead and take a picture of this for the consignment channel. Click. All right. And that's done. Okay. Off to the consignment channel we go. Good. Gold, a little bit cheaper at $210 a pound now. You can buy it, you can put it into slab away, you can trade for it. You can get into a break worth $210 and then try to trade the break. If you pull it, try to trade it for a piece of gold. The Legend of Mister. Yeah. It's the Legend of Mister. Six says, get me into the sub list. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Here you go, Miss Six. Our Pokeshuffles are completely filled. Did you guys know that? The Pokeshuffles are stuffed to the brim. All right, $220 per pound. That's right, $220 per pound. That's a pretty good price, but it's fool's gold. All right, Zell is still not emailing me when you make an order through Zell. You may wish to make an order through CASHAPP, VENMO, or PayPal alternatively. Also, you can still use Zell. You just have to send me a picture of your Zell order. That's all you got to do. So we are still accepting Zell orders, but you'll need to send me a picture, okay, guys? Can we do same price as last sold or cheapest eBay? Hey, what's up, Mr. Louis? So I wouldn't do last sold, you know that? That is because I'm a big believer in the price of these changing positively over time. Let me take a look, okay? Since it sounds like you're inquiring. Give me a minute. Come on now. I'm also open-minded to trades, by the way. If you ever have something you think you'd like to get rid of. Sometimes I'm selling a really expensive card that you may not want to pay cash for, and you might have a bunch of little things you can trade toward it. All right, Burning Shadows Charizard. What's the cheapest one? There's one in auction. And then there's one over here, and it's about 6,000. Wow, that's crazy. 6,000 for that one. And then what's the last sold? I'm curious. I don't know why eBay's freezing up on me like this. Doobie-doo-be-doo. So last sold is pretty close to 6,000 anyways. It's 5.3. And yeah, it's just a fantastic Charizard. I'm not super excited to sell it even. I feel like it's a great card. 6,000. So the average taxes for it will be $420. So if you went after the one on eBay right now, you may pay around 6.4 thousand. 6.4 thousand. Yes. Hey, Mr. Quick question. Do you have an EX Team Rocket Psyduck reverse for sale? You're the second person who asked me that. Tell me why you're asking me that. Is there somebody out in the market who's buying that particular card? I think I might have sold mine to Jennifer Yap. I didn't find it. So it might be sold to Jennifer Yap. Or I have another box of Team Rocket hiding somewhere and I haven't found out where. Let me see. Maybe over here? What is this? No. What's up here? No. I swear I have more Team Rocket cards. I thought I had more. But maybe not. It's weird, though. Just the two boxes, huh? That seems like too little. You got me looking. What is this box? So these are all pokers, huh? I'd have put the pokers somewhere else. Okay, poker, poker, poker. Let me grab this and pop it into here or something. And then let me move this poker box up. I don't always know where all my cards are, is part of the complication. So I don't always know where all of them are. All right, there we go. You'd think I would. But it's tricky, you know, because I got some locked up. I got some of the PSA vault. So they're all over, actually. I don't see any more Rocket Returns cards. Let me check my PSA vault for Rocket Return cards. All right, I'm going to jump into PSA. I've been putting cards in the PSA vault just because I'm scared to have so many. Oh, what's this? They're going to make me log in? Oh, my dear God. I hate logging in. I don't think it's going to accept my password. Invalid password. Why does it do that? It has the wrong password saved. All right, hold on. I wrote it down. I had the wrong one saved. Don't you hate that? Let's see. Where did I write it down at? Here. Here it is. All right, I have my password. I'm not going to read it out loud for you guys. All right. Update password? Yes! Okay, now we're going to search returns, like rocket returns, right? So we got 3 Cubones. Oh, it like broke. I don't see the Psyduck. I may not have the Psyduck. Look at these. These are in the vault, though. I got these 3 Cubones in the vault. Dark Magneton, Zubat. There's that Torchic, huh? And there is a Magnemite. So I got a couple of these Team Rocket cards put away. I might have sold it to Jen. I feel like I might have. If I find it later, I'll let you know, okay? Because it might just be hidden away somewhere. What do you guys think? You think it'll sell? I don't think it's going to sell. Nah, it is not going to sell. There's no way. In one cart? Yeah, right. All right. Hey, mister, did you get my packages? Anthony Haymeyer. I don't think so. What was in the package? Could you remind me? Let me know so I know what I'm looking for, okay? Free Palestine. We're going to hit refresh over here. Just don't ask for reholder on those cards, mister. They're going to squish them with the break. Well, at least if they squish them, they're going to compensate me at the full value, right? Right. Well, that Psyduck is now at 20 to 30,000 Psyduck if Jen decides to sell. Yeah, it's a nice card. She'll probably keep it. So here is Tyrone Hendren, My Little Pony base set ×2. You got it, man. All right. So here they are. 1 and 2. Some slabs for commission and cards I want to grade, then some singles if you're interested in buying. Says delivered 2 days ago. Ooh, okay. Says delivered 2 days ago. Maybe it's in my mailbox. I'll have to check my mailbox. Actually, let me tell Karis to do that real fast. They're not supposed to deliver to the mailbox, but I think they occasionally do. All right. So she's just hanging around. Here we are, Mr. Tyrone. 200K for Torchic is a good price. I see it being 500K. Yeah, maybe. It's a lot of money. If he sells for 200,000, which I don't think he will, but let's say he does, that'll be the single largest Poke sale in my lifetime for me. All right, you got a little pony. Here's a pony. Here's a pony. Here's a pony. There's a pony. Here's a pony. Here's a pony. Ah, look at this. Fluttershy. All right. So your pack was good. It was holographic. Okay. Okay. Y'all both of staycation. Yeah, we've never had a real vacation in 7 years. No vacations for us. All work. All work and no play. I feel like I'm ready for a vacation. I think before I do a vacation, I want my house to be a literal fortress before I go. Like, full-on fortress. All right, like, you're not getting close to anything. Okay, and the little buzzy beetle. All right, did you already have a bag? You had a bag. That's right, you had a bag. Now, I'm complimentary putting the bulk in there, but if your bag gets too fat, I'm not going to do that anymore, okay? So just as a compliment, there you go. I remember opening boxes of Pony on stream back when it was cheap. It is cheap. It's cheap now. Thank you, Mr. Tyrone. Now, what do we got? I'm going to delete this. Hey, it says something we bought is shipping. What is this? Doesn't say what it is. Something we buy is shipping, some product. So that's good. It means we're getting closer to the release of a new set. I feel you, mister. 8 years, no vacation. You need to implement AI security. What? Now, I've done a bunch of research on it. You want to have like a security system that doesn't rely on like Wi-Fi. And then you want to have like third-party monitoring inside and outside the home. And then everything all vaulted up or in a security cage. And there's some other tricks you can implement too, like besides security and alarms and all that, you can implement like fog machines and all that crap. It's just a matter of setting up the machines and getting the money ready. Ah, pristine. So I want the house to be like a fortress, so that if you even try, you're gonna get arrested and go to jail. And then we will go on a vacation. All right, there's no orders in the queue. The queue is empty. We were having a slow morning stream, Here we are having a slow evening stream. Well, guys, it's been fun. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, I was slow this morning. I noticed it, and now it is the evening, and it's not a terribly fast stream. It could continue on this way, so get comfortable. We can talk about anything you guys want to talk about if you guys want to have some fun conversations. But starting now, I think we're going to begin our new scoreboards, meaning you can now enter into any of these breaks. Let me grab the other one. So these breaks are all eligible for it. We're starting scoreboards again, guys. We're going to keep track of whether you've done well or whether you've had your cheeks handed to you. It's going to be a fresh scoreboard that only lasts for 90 days, and then you get a new scorecard. Here it is. You can win two ways. Have the most wins or the most losses, one or the other. But there are 4 different choices between them. That's a lot of gym breaks. He's nice. This guy's, you'd think he'd be really cheap, but he's actually a pretty rare pre-release. That's the Zapdos Destined Rivals English pre-release. And those are nice. Actually, you know, I want to know if you could just crack this and regrade it a 10 with PSA. Like, I can tell it got a 9 because it was a little off-center on this one side, but it's tempting. I wonder if it would have a... I mean, look, it's pretty close. BGS is a harsh grader. So, you know, regrading this might be the way. Actually, maybe I will just do that. I'll regrade it and see what happens, okay? So don't worry about that one. Going on 8 years. Can I see what's in my bag? It's been a while. Cole Kokoshke, yes. Here you go, Mr. Cole. All right, so you got some hollows. You got some Tyranitar hollows. Some more hollows. Smooch 'em. Woo! All right. Is that a fresh Smooch 'em? Did you get that from, like, some kind of custom vintage pack? Wow, that's cool, man. Jelly. Oh, these were definitely from the custom packs. Is that right? Looks like it. I can't tell, actually. War Turtle, Arbok, Kangaskhan. All right, you got some cool stuff. If you guys want to make any trades toward the trade slab today, we have a trade slab. Trading has been a very interesting thing in this stream. I like it. I like trades. I think people have a lot of cards in their bag right now that they're not interested in, that they're only interested in getting rid of. I would love to have a system to help you with that, where you feel like you're getting a good enough of a trade that you'll want to get into it. Where'd my little screwdriver go? Oh, where did it go? Oh, there it is. Ow, 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 ow. All right. We have too many slabs, guys. Jesus, dude. All right. Oh, come on, dude. Ah, easy, huh? Wow, the BGS slabs, I really like them. I like how easy they are to crack open. I don't like how hard it is to get a 10 with them. Howdy, chat. Hi, mister. It's Sarah. Here we are. Sarah Duzabevia. We are. Sarah, are you here to save us? Over here, we've got this new thing going on where the gym break, you know the gym breaks, right, Sarah? We've changed them now. We're doing scorecards again. But your scorecard only lasts for 90 days, and then it can go into your bag or something if you want it. And now we're going to have, at the end of the 90 days, the person with the most wins and the most losses, they will face off in a final fight using the deck, and whoever wins keeps the deck. That's the new thing. So here it is, deck number 3. After 90 days is up, 2 people will face off to take the whole deck. They will keep it. So that's the new thing. All right. What would you rather value? A reverse hollow Skyrus Shuckle? Oh, what would you value? A reverse hollow Skyrus Shuckle and a CGC Pop 6? Do you have one of the PSA 10s? I just sold a pot rot German version of that card for like 2,500. So I don't really know what his value should be He's not really a card I think too hard about. I know all those cards are getting crazy expensive, though. Here we are. So this shall say PSA. From BGS to PSA. So he's gone. He's getting regraded. Stuck at work. Somewhat thanks for asking. Hope you're well. Did the knockdown go off? Not yet. We need a couple more people for the knockdown. All right. There he is. If you guys think that you're enjoying this stream, invite a friend to jump into this knockdown. We need some new people, I think. We need some new guys. I noticed we're not getting any new guys for the last maybe like week or so. New guys. We like them. We love them. Here's new guys who have never had... They've never had their butt cheeks made sore from the breaks. 25, those are rookie numbers. I'm loving this Ace Attorney music. Austin Newsom says, one heavy papa. All right. Yes, vintage Harry Potter. This is vintage. This is printed by Wizards of the Coast, and it was printed a really long time ago. Here goes. Mr. Austin. All right. Blue wig. Ain't that the truth? Here's Magical Drafts, Freeze, Spongify, Moonseed Potion, Biased Commentary, Spiral Drive. Oh, very good. Flourish and Blotch. You pulled a holo. And look at Hermione. Now, that doesn't look like the modern adaptation show. That's not right. Here we are. All right. So, let's go ahead and sleeve this. New trailer out. Did you see new Snape? Ooh, is it on YouTube yet? I've not seen it. I wonder if you can find the secret black Snape. That's right. All right, let's put this in the bag. I got to see the comments. I want to know, how are people receiving? Are they receiving it positively? Are they being jerks about it? I want to see it. All right, hold on. The show looks so good. It's going to be a hit. Okay, so give me a minute. I don't think I can show it on screen. I think it's copyright, right? Harry Potter. All right, Harry Potter. Here it is, 4 hours ago, 230,000 views. You know what? It's got 230,000 views and only 11,000 likes. That is how you know. Check out the likes. They don't have a dislike button anymore. So you got the, now what you have is the views to the likes ratio, and that is not looking super good. Top comment, Adam Driver was right there. How could you mess this up? Harry being suspicious of Snape will have a whole new meaning. I can't believe I'm ancient enough that my childhood movies are up for a remake. I'm 34. Severus Snape, look how they massacred my boy. I'm just reading. Some people are saying there was no need for a new movie or TV show being made. I waited 12 years in Azkaban to see this unspeakable crap. Let's see. Forget about Snape. I have an issue with Hagrid. I love Nick Frost, but his version of Hagrid doesn't look like a giant. It looks like Nick Frost with the beard. Uh-oh. Let's see. Snape's miscast is even weirder given they went to the trouble of making Dudley, Petunia, and McGonagall look exactly like their book counterparts. Oh, no! All right. So, as you can see, it's being received extremely well. There's a dislike button that the creator can see, or you can use an app to see it. Oh, I see. Okay. You know, I feel like that's what we were all expecting. I don't know what else to expect from that. Mr. Daniel says, use my TCG credit towards the Plankton Gym Break. All right, you got it. Mr. Daniel. Harry Potter's gay, says Putty Patrol. What? All right, here it is. Towards the Plankton Gym Break. All right, Plankton it is. So we do have a challenger in the Plankton. If anyone feels like taking that challenge up and trying a shot at this very funny looking Plankton character. So you had 40 bucks. That means you have $6 left. Here you go. Thank you, Daniel. Nick Frost was a bad pick for Hagrid. It looks like a 1-for-1 of the movies, which seems weird to even do a series. The kids are going to be adults by the time they get to the 4th books. Mod's going crazy right now, you mean? Oh, I was talking to Karis in the car. We need new mods. Here's a problem. Here's one of the problems. We got all these new people in our stream, and none of the new guys ever get to be mods. I realized this. And so I think we're going to be picking out some new mods pretty soon. Maybe more than one. We should have the mods tryout. What do you guys think? This is Blue Country. All right, Plankton Tiny Tyrant. We might do two things. We might remove some mod roles. Not a lot of fun to do that. And then we might add multiple new mod roles for new guys. And then one thing we might make true, from now on, it's understood that the mod roles are given and taken away all the time. Because I realize there's a lot of momentum with new guys who come in and they're having a lot of fun and they're hanging out a lot. And those guys never get to be mod because we got these moderators who have had the mod role for a very long time. And they're good moderators, by the way. I'm not complaining about how fun they've been and all that. I'm just saying maybe it's time to just expand the number of total moderators that we have. But then there's also some moderators that are never here. They're very rarely here. And that might require an assessment of their mod role. All right, Plankton Tiny Tyrant. You're going in. Mod's going crazy. They probably shot it together like a movie, but then chop it up. But yeah, it's very strange. You gave one to the Charizard guy. Charizard guy. Oh, yeah. He gets the mod role for being the guy who comments the most. But yeah, we might be a little more generous with the mod role for a minute. But I think it's also a good idea to review people who have the role who are almost virtually never here. Or they never buy anything. They never sell anything. They never do anything. Like, they don't participate is what I'm saying, right? Like, they might pop in and say hi, but I think that's not going to be enough at this point. We have to think of the mod role differently as something that sort of evolves and changes over time. We are. I want the guys who are in here, and they're in here from the beginning to the end of the stream, hanging out the whole time. I want them to have a shot at being a moderator. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that's actually important. So we got one person in here. Kingston Ball should be old enough now. Redemption time. How old is he? He must be like 15 by now, right? He's getting close. Isn't the legal age of being employable like 16? He's getting older. But here, let me go into this right now. So let me go over here to... how do we look up the moderators? It's been a while. It's been a while. Discard changes? Yes. Oops. Going over to settings. Permissions. Add categories. Community moderation. Here we are. All right. So we got our moderators. Joey Albrecht, A. Perez, Your Boy Russ, Quip Art, Scott Zard. Who's Scott Zard? Does anyone know who Scott Zard is? Derek LED. I think I like Derek LED, but he's so we got Your Boy Russ. I really like Your Boy Russ. I really like him. But in general, he's not in this stream. You know? He doesn't really participate. He stops in, he says hi. I think he should give that role to somebody who's here every day. Some guy named TheCardconomist is a mod. So but let's see who else. So it looks like we had made John a mod, and he's not around. I'm going to take that back. So John's no longer a mod. So that's one. Here's a Hathim. So Hathim, I think we changed schedule. We don't get to see him as much. Here's Wrath. I like Wrath a lot. Here's Mary. Here's somebody named R Moneyline. So he's definitely not a mod. I'm taking that back. Here's a Bradley. Ooh, that sounds familiar, but I can't remember Bradley. Mike's Side GP. GP, he's from the other channel. He's from the TheCardconomist channel. He's going to lose that role. Here's a Ran. I like Ran, but he's effectively not a moderator. He doesn't come into the stream. I really want him to keep coming back, but I think it's time to pick new mods. I think it is. So Ran's going to lose that role. Let's just be real about it. Here's Eric Shilke. Eric Shilke, I'm not sure. Eric Shilke, it doesn't strike anything in my mind. So I'm going to pull that back on Eric Shilke. Here's Surge. What about Surge? Like Sergio? There's somebody here named Surge who asked the role. I can't think of him in my mind. I can't think of who he is. Surge. Vote for Troy. I'm going to pull it back on Surge. If I can't think of you, then I don't think you should be mod for now. Oh, Bradley Mahasvara. Right. I think I'm going to keep him. You know, Mahasvara, he doesn't come in terribly often. He's one of the oldest mods, though. And he actually does participate. He will come in. He'll open some product. And in a way, you know, it's not like he's moderating, but he's actually participating. That's what I'm saying. Like, if you stop him once a month and say, hey, and then just leave, you know, you're really just kind of you're like almost an acquaintance. You're like an old friend. But Masvari, he'll come in and open some product. He keeps the role. Here's Derek LED. I think Derek loses it. I like Derek. He's a moderator in the Discord server. Let me see. I like him too, but I don't think he hangs out enough. When's the last time Derek was in here? Can you guys remember? I'm looking up any Derek's. I'm ready for some new mods. Here's Derek Withrow. Is that who he is? He might be Derek Withrow. If that's the case, he hasn't placed an order in 2 years, and he's not in the stream either. So you got to do something. You don't have to buy anything, but if you're not going to buy anything, you got to at least be hanging out with us, you know, semi-consistently, or providing, you know, like the service of watching over the stream, right? Which is what a moderator traditionally does, is they watch over the stream. So there's Masvar, Mike Side, Jeff Leon, Derek LED. I feel like maybe shouldn't have it. Here's your boy Russ. Love your boy Russ. I really like him. But he has not purchased anything in years, like 3 years maybe, or longer. It might be 4 years. And he just pops in on a rare, you know, blue moon and just says hi. I think your boy Russ, I like him to death, but I'm going to pull it back on him. He's an honorary mod. Scottzard. What can you guys tell me about Scottzard? Who's Scottzard? So my brain's asking, who is this guy, Scottzard? I don't see him enough. Is Scottzard a proper mod? And then Derek LED. I think Derek LED loses it. Here's Alexis, Hathim, Wrath, Mary, Masvar, Mike Side, Jeff Leon, Derek LED, Scottzard. I think I'm pulling Scottzard. His name is Scott. I like him, but he's not active. And I think Derek LED is not active. So there we go. We have just removed something like 6 mods have been removed as moderator in the stream. Derek LED continues. He can continue to be mod in the Discord server if he really enjoys doing that. All right. A. Perez, Joey Albrecht, Quipart, Jeff Leon, Mike Side, Masvara, Mary, Wrath. Even Mary's actually been spending time in the stream. Have you guys noticed that? Mary's been spending time with us. I'm going to hit save on that. All right, there it is. So we got an opening for a couple moderators, maybe like 3 new moderators. And I'd like to hear everyone's opinion on who might be a good mod. I have my own quiet observations. We are. Of course, if somebody openly wants the role, they should tell me, probably in Discord or something, okay? Not Instagram, but actually Discord, to show me you're on Discord. Where's Mary? If you'd like the role, don't be shy. Just say you want the role, okay? Derek is active on the Discord. You're correct. I talked to him in the Discord, but he's not active in the stream. You see what I'm saying? So it's important that people with the stream role are active in the stream. I would say that that's true, right? Here's Electivire, and here's Hello Kitty. Meow. Have you observed me? I've observed you, Mr. Troy. I avoid Discord. Russ said he wanted to. Yeah, if you're interested in the role, let me know, guys. And you can tell me in Discord privately if you wish. And I'll just be thinking about it. We probably maybe like 3 new mods. 3 new mods. All right, Mr. I like to run. Now, there's a lot of people who could be moderator, okay? There's a lot of people. There's a couple things I'm looking for. How helpful are you? Because actually, we don't have to moderate very often. But sometimes we have to moderate. How helpful, how professional, and probably the last one is how much do you actually participate? So like how often are you in the streams? So that's a pretty big one. So being in the stream a lot, a very good sign. All right, so I'm not going to pick anyone right now, though. Okay, guys? I'm gonna think about it first. Here's a Mr. Oops. Let me go ahead and hit refresh. I keep you updated with the comps of I'm a fellow noticer. I don't know what that means. Pokemon Intelligence, Anime Intelligence. We are Tyler Davis, Charmander Tag 10 Slab. Ooh. Did we have a Charmander up here? Oh, yes, the gift Charmander. That's a good one. Let's see if I can find him real fast. So he's going to be in one of these piles. Yeah, we had 2 of those, and those are very good. Where'd he go? Aha! Here it is. All right. Thank you, Mr. Tyler. Okay. Ooh, oops. I would be happy to be mod for a little bit. I can class up a bit. He was just on the right side a second ago. Noticing intensifies. I'm hungry. What should I order, guys? I think there's one of the problems with picking new moderators right now is there's a couple of people who would be good mods. And so I don't want to rush it. I just want to think about it for a while. And I just removed the mod role from a group of people. So rip to them. And we're going to pick some new guys out. But I'm going to do it slow. And I think you'll be sort of like a testing period. You know what I mean? I don't want to rush into it. I would ban everyone. Is there a limit to how many mods you can have? I don't think so. So we could just make anyone who wants to be a mod a moderator. That would be an interesting strategy. What if anyone who wanted to be a mod could just be a mod? And then I just pulled the role back after like 6 months after I've decided who I think is doing a good job or something. Or like what we just did here, we just removed a number of mod roles. So that's certainly an option. I just had Denny's and it was not good at all. Had it a few times in the past. I remember it being better. The new rolled quesadilla is good. Can I be mod? All right, you can be mod, Mr. Mike's side. See this Electivire? He's the current trade card. Does anyone want me to trade some junk cards out of their bag to put into here so that you have a shot at it? You can trade some junk cards into that trade card. Also, take a look at this. The binder break was generously improved today. We had a little Jigglypuff, of course. But look at this. So we got this holographic Bulbasaur. Nice. Lugia. Scizor. Ice-Q. That's an SAR. Tyranitar. McDonald's Pikachu. So he was already in. So there we go. So we have just improved the binder break. So the binder break's hotter now. Lots of cards in the binder break. It's quite large now. So big fat binder break. Me, I'll trade in. All right, let's do a round for Miss Sarah. So Sarah, we're just looking for some junk hollows maybe, or EXs, or anything really that you don't like. And let's start out by grabbing your box. Okay. So in baggie number 1, we got some hollows here. Here's an EX Deontay. I believe that's that new League of Legends set. Cool. Oh, man, that goes hard. That Charizard's really good. Jesus, dude. Lugia has fallen in popularity. First edition in a 10 only sold for 140. What? We are. Ah, you got a hits bag right here. That's cool. Okay, we'll set that there. We'll just assume there's not much to withdraw from there. Here are some cards in another bag. You've got some Chinese cards. So I don't know how attached you are to the Chinese cards. They are. Kyogre, Rayquaza. You might want to keep those. Here's some Hello Kitty. Meow. Here's, like, you might not want this guy. He's kind of ugly. House Mouse. Something like these. Something like this. More of these Chinese cards. So the Chinese cards, really you want the Master Ball or one of the Shinies or something better, you know. You can take some of the Chinese if you want. All right, so here is a pile. I give you 2 spots in the trade break if you'd like for this pile right here. So I'd be buying these for like 10 bucks from you. It actually seems like an unbelievably good deal. However, nobody's been jumping in the trade slab, so you're getting a more comfortable trade-in. That's what's going on. If nobody jumps in, I'm doing more generous trade-in at that point. All right, just to keep it moving. Here we are. Sure. All right, sounds good. So, whoa. Don't do that. Me, I traded Jose Arredondo. Mr. Jose Arredondo, you got some stuff to trade in? Can you buy in? Yeah, you can absolutely buy in. So when it comes to the trade-in slab, you can either buy in for $5 or just trade some junk in. There's only one spot left, I believe. Right? It's it's a 1 in 6. No, there's 2 spots left. So Sarah, you got 2 spots in there. You might pull that slab now. And so you haven't really lost any of your hits in your box. You just gave up kind of some of your junk. That's the whole idea of the trade slab. It's kind of like junk for junk. You trade in your junk, and I got a junk thing for you too. We'll put you down as SD. SD. Can you check my bag? You can have all my Korean cards. So the Korean cards are pretty tough. If you want to trade those toward the trade slab, it's got to be quite a bit of stuff to get in there, okay? Korean cards are truly junky, but you can still try. We'll see how much you got. The Korean cards are just so cheap, right? Like, they're really cheap, which is one of the things that makes them so attractive. Wait, how many was in here? Was it 5? Oops, I didn't count it. I just held them in my hand briefly while I was talking. There we go. Okay, 4. I was double checking the count. Stop the count. Gotta say 3. I was gonna say 4. All right. Mr. Jose Arredondo would like in. Let's try this. We are doing trades. Would you guys like it if I took a day and we hosted like trades on really nice slabs? Like the same idea, like a break. You can take as many spots as you think you can take. Jose Arredondo from 1025. Here's what you got. Ready? I forgot to tip for the Discord update. What's the main reason you haven't updated it? Wasn't there a piece like 50 cents a pick or something? My bad, I forgot. Oh, no. You haven't done anything wrong. I just need to do it. Here it is. I got this card right here. Tyler Davis Pictures. No, you're good. You don't have to like send any more money for that. I just need to go do it, okay? Have no fear. I'm getting ready to do it, okay? Sorry if it was a bit slow. Sometimes I'm slow. Usually I'm fast. Usually I keep on top of everything. I consider that junk, but all right, so here's some Korean cards. You may not want like this Meloetta, for example. I consider that the kind of stuff that people just don't care too much about. You have a nice little solid chunk of black and white hollows there. Now that's a Master Ball though. And then you got like Mahiam, I guess. Some real stinky ones. So you do have a chunk of Korean cards here. I don't really consider them. Oh, there's a couple of English ones at least, but I don't really consider these worth $5. You would need a little more for it to be $5, okay? Take them all, says Jose Arredondo. I'm going to let you keep them and keep building up the amount of junk in your bag, okay? Oh, the whole bag? You want to do the whole bag? Well, let me look again then. Hold on. Let me look again. You sure? Jose Arredondo, you sure about that? So let's see. You have an ace of spades. You got this. This guy's actually nice. Oh, well, he looks nice, but he's got a little issue down here almost. What's that all about? Here's Houndoom. Here's a Yamper. Okay. Wow, why does this guy have this little issue down here? That's too bad. He must have come off the line that way. Dang, dude. All right. Yamper, he's a bit off center. I can do 2 spots, 2 full spots for the bag. I think the Empoleon, maybe he is good for the binder break as a non-gradable or in the junk packs, one or the other. Yes? Okay, so you're selling your bag for $10, Mr. Jose Arredondo. You want to keep track of this moment, okay? All right. Now you have a 1 in 3 chances of pulling that Electivire 9. 2 spots. All right, there it is. So you have sold the bag for $10. That's too bad about the Empoleon having that issue on the side there. Wonder what that was all about. That's it. The trade break is over. Now, the trade break's pretty uneventful. Like, we actually break it very rapidly. It goes by very fast because we just shuffle the cards' names up, and then somebody gives us a number. Oops. All right. All right. All right. All right, give me a number. He just keeps forgetting to do it. We're going to do it after this stream, I think, Mr. Russ. Is the Zard or the T-Tar break closer? I think they're tied. Actually, it might be the Charizard because I think he's smaller. 5? All right, 5 it is. Okay, and here goes. It does go to 6. Is 6 watching? Does she even know? It does go to Miss 6. She had a spot in here. Here it is. Do you have a yellow deck Pikachu Ace of Spades? I do. I'd be willing to sell it, but it would have to be for a very good price. Like maybe like 5K or some crazy thing. That's like peak to me. That's like one of the best possible poker card outcomes. That's it. That was the break. Let me go update this to let Miss 6 know. Jump on the knockdown break. Let me let 6 know that she's pulled it, okay? By the way, do we not have the website pinned right now? Oh my God, I never pinned the website. Let me pin the website real fast. Okay. You guys must be very good at looking up the website because no one even mentioned it. They didn't say, hey, where's the website? So let me pin the website for you guys. Boom! Bippity boppity boo! I will pin that. Now, back to this. I'm going to, oops. That's not what I'm trying to do. What happened? There it is. Back to this. I'm going to grab a link to the stream and go to breaks history. And for today's break, we're going to say trade break Electivire 6. And it went off in 92 minutes. There it is. We need a new trade break now. A new trade break. Well, you know, I had a theory that we should have 2 types of trade breaks. A pricey one and a non-pricey one. What do you guys think of that? Is that too many trades? So let's pick a non-pricey trade break. Thought it was 300. You have a Pika Poker card for a great deal on the Slabs channel. A Pika Poker card, that would not be the yellow deck Pikachu, I guarantee you. Probably, maybe if it was a PSA 9. Yeah, if he was a PSA 9. But if you're talking about the 10, the 10's really expensive. This seems underpriced. Ooh, this one's kind of cool. Let's see. Oh, this is kind of cool too, actually. Huntail. Look at, oh, this, okay, I like that one for $25. So the reason I like him is because he's so small. He'll finish in a reasonable time. This is the new trade break. We're at 33 likes, almost 40, everybody. Great job, by the way. There it is. So this works the same way. It's $5 to buy in, or you can trade in $5, and it is the new trade break. So you can tap my shoulder and say, hey, check my bag for some junk, and put me in there. Put me in, coach. Okay, there we go. Consign, says Mr. Ripple. Yeah, I can do consign. How many left in the Ray sub? The Rayquaza sub has 3. Rayquaza sub list about to go off. We'll call this trade 1. And we could have a larger slab for trade number 2. All right, I'm going to mark this unread. Mr. Ivan's saying he would like to be mod, and I'm thinking that's not a bad idea, Mr. Ivan. I'm going to make Ivan moderator for now. All right, so you're going to be one of the new mods. Now, just listen to me real quick, okay? So, number 1, you don't really need to do much moderating. You don't need to ban people. You don't need to mute people too much, okay? It's right now, you're just kind of just watching other mods, okay? All you have to do is hang out and look cool. That's all you have to do. And just think about it. The other thing I'd say is be aware that we could take the role back someday, okay? So don't have your feelings hurt if we do that, okay? So that would be the 2 things. We could take the role back at some point in the future, and we might do that because we just did that to a bunch of guys, right? So just be aware of that. We just took the role away from a bunch of guys, like 5 different guys. And so you might lose the role in the future. And that's not considered like, oh, you're bad or something like that. It just means that we're going to hand it off to somebody else. It's more like a normal thing is what I'm trying to say. It's a normal thing now. And then, yeah, you don't have to over moderate anybody or anything like that. I'd say just hang around and be chill. I sent for the last trade break, but it went off before you got me. Can I send 15 more and get into the Rayquaza sub list? Absolutely, Milo. Yeah, absolutely. Thought you weren't picking. I see. Just when I ask. Russ, I'm interested in you too. Why don't you send me a message on Discord though, okay? So I like it if you're on Discord as well. So send me a message over there. We are. All right. Ivan had been on my mind for a while as moderator. Here's Jesus Aguilera. He says 2 OP 14 packs and 50 towards my slab away. 2 OP 14 packs and 50 towards my slab away. Let's start with the slab away. All right. You'd be surprised who, I've thought about privately about making mods. There's different groups of people. There's like a way I think of them in my mind. And there's a couple guys who could be moderator if they just asked. But it comes down to like certain little behaviors. But again, a lot of people in here could be moderator because there's almost everyone in here is very nice. They've been very nice to me. I feel like they care about the group. But, I look for certain just small things like maybe a person who's been unusually helpful, even though I didn't ask them to be. So something like that. I look for that kind of little things like that. So that's one of the things I notice. I notice when that happens. Here's Mr. Jesus. He says 2 OP 14 packs and 50 towards my slab away. Let's get that done now. So I'm just repeating that order there. Here is your slab away, jumping down to 300. Oop. All right. And 2 OP 14 packs. What are the OP 14s? I don't even remember. Would it be these? Does it have an OP on it? Let me look it up real fast. I don't actually remember OP 14. Read the last message. He says, I just posted in Gen Chat and said it 3 times for you to check. Oh, send me more like a private message, will you? The problem with Gen Chat is I don't always check it in time. Let me see. So I'm going to look up Final Fantasy OP 14. There we go. I vote for any man. I don't want anyone disappointed or upset, okay? That's the other thing. Don't feel bad if I end up maybe picking a different guy, okay, guys? Obviously, there's a lot of people in here who I think could be moderator, but I don't think we have... maybe I could just make everyone moderator. It's like what I was saying the other day. Like maybe anyone who wants to be a mod could just be a mod, and we see who sticks around after that. What the hell is OP 14? What's the name of OP 14 Final Fantasy card set? The Crystal Abyss. Crystal Abyss. It's One Piece, mister, with the EB4 in it, says Vicious. Oh, what am I thinking? What am I thinking? That's so weird. How did I confuse that with this? I confused it with Final Fantasy. I must have my brain pulled in 2 directions right now. I apologize for that. I was having trouble finding it because I thought for some reason I thought it was Final Fantasy. Oh, Final Fantasy is called Opus. Like Opus 14. It almost looks like OP. All right, so let's go get those 2 14s. And what's that English, by the way? It has to be because we don't carry the Japanese version, right? All right, here we are. Very nice. You'd be surprised. There's too much in my brain to keep track of. The Pikachu, mister, not door mod. Holy smokes. Oh, the Pikachu's in general chat. How are you? Been a while. Read last message. Russ was trying to get your attention about the Pikachu. I know his hour's been hard for me, but I'm here now. Yay. I don't see the Poke Pikachu in the Slabs channel. All right, so we got the OP 14s. Sorry about that. Let's go ahead and snip this open. I thought it was Opus 14, like OPUS. Having a brain fart here. So now we have a new trade slab. Ooh, you've got Megalo. Now we have a new trade slab. Here's Kikunojo and Miss Valentine. Our Japanese Final Fantasy is expensive compared to English. Is it really? It is. I've seen it for sale before, but I've never really cared about it. All right. Ooh. It's always good seeing you, Troy. Much love, bro. Yes, nice seeing you, Mr. Troy. Here's this. All right, very nice. Misters all over the place. I scope out Shantoto cards, and the Japanese ones always cost more. I don't know why. Japanese love Shantoto. Trade one for this Mario grabbing a mushroom Ace of Hearts. It's not bad. That's also a nice poker card. Here's a cheap Iona, and here is a Gyarados. And here is Bulbasaur. All right. The Pikachu 10 is, I just put it in Gen chat. Let's go take a quick look at that. The Pikachu 10. Okay. I'm not sure I can see it. Am I in the right channel? Mister, it's great to be here. I can never stay away for too long. All right, I'm not sure if I see the Pikachu. Let's see. I just put on Gen Chat. All right, so I tell you what, let me go ahead and focus on the next order real fast. So the next order is, click, a Mark Duez order. It's a big one. He says, for my slab away. Wow, we're seeing a lot of slab away payments come in. That's a good sign. Let's jump over to slab away. All right, Mr. Mark Duez. And this is going to go down to 180 remaining. Mr. Mark Duez, you have the Dark Ariados. Wow, that's probably way underpriced. Here's Mr. Milo, and he says, put me in for the Rayquaza. Ooh. Milo, I have your package. It has not shipped out. Miss Alexis accidentally messed up your label during the shipping. Basically, she tore it. And so I had to print a new label. So I've got your stuff right now, your slabs and your, I guess, your bag. And so I'll be packaging that one up myself and getting that out next, okay? So sorry about that. All right, there we go. Now we've got Cole Kokoshke, Pre-Grade Smoochum, and Kabutops. Let me know. All right, you got it, Mr. Cole. Now, Cole, I can't remember how you acquired those. Did you get those out of custom booster packs? It is? Mr. Russ says, you may have blocked me on Discord. No, I don't block anyone on Discord. Russ, say something in general chat right now. Say something in Gen chat. I don't block anybody. It is. Maybe there's a, there's like a dysfunction going on. Here's Smoochum. Here's, if you really upset me in Discord, I'll kick your butt out of it. But that's pretty rare too, actually. So that's actually extremely rare. But I don't mute anybody, or like, not mute, but I don't like block anybody. So there may be some kind of dysfunction going on. All right, you ready? Can anyone else see the picture on general chat? Just curious. Let me go to Gen chat. All right, let's see. The last post in general chat shows me Mary, and she says, who the F is that guy? And it's like a wrestler guy. That's the last post I can see in Gen chat. Is that correct, everybody? You should be able to DM me, right? All right, now Cole Kokoshke just said hello. No, I don't see it. It says Rip and Flip. Rip and Flip doesn't see you either. Can you try sending me a DM? All right, let me see. Yeah, I was very confused because I looked at the Gen chat and I didn't see anything. Now, what do we got here? Oh, baby, this is looking so good. You got a better deal on this than you thought. So there's a hairline check there and here. Checking the back of the card. Okay, a little worn out on the back of the card. I'm predicting a 5 on this. So this would come out probably around a 5. If you're real lucky, it's a 6, but it's probably a 5. If you're unlucky, it's a 4. All right, so there you go. 5 on Kabutops. Smoochum, look at that centering, dude. Oh yeah, Smoochum's rough too. Couple white dots. Pretty white. Pretty large white dots. Scratching on the hollow surface. Smoochum's going to be a little worse than this guy. I'm going to put Smoochum at a 4. All right, so I would put Kabutops at 5 and Smoochum at 4. They're lovely cards. There you go. Check that out, guys. Cool stuff. It was the wrong one. Check now. Oh, there we go. He's in the Investor Guild Gen chat. Oh, okay. Ah, there we go. Very nice. All right, I see you, man. And here, I'll send you a message because I guarantee you're not blocked. Here, test. Boop. There it is. All right, you're all good, man. Now, Kokoshke, let's put this over here. Very nice. We're going to rotate these. We got Stadium Ekans, and here's the Hello Kitty Meow. Here's Heliolisk, and here's Ionis Wattrel, and here's Nidoking. Whoa! Okay, very nice. My bad. Okay, and so now we've got an order over here. Do we have an order over here? No, we do not. All right. I think we're caught up. If you're placing an order with Zell, Zell is still not sending emails out. So I'm not receiving any emails through Zell. So you will have to tell me that you made an order, and I will still service it. You just got to tell me what it is. Just ran out of water, but I still have my tea. What is this? Green tea with mixed berry. I was looking for the Pikachu from the yellow deck. I have some insane poker cards. You guys want to see them? Yeah, we want to see them. You should show us. All right. Calm down. One of my favorite cards to collect. One of my favorite cards to collect. The poker cards. Calm down. Here's some of my poker card collections. Leaf Green Bulbasaur. Tyranitar. Rawr. Ace of Spades Mewtwo. Whoa. Psyduck. The Gym Leaders. Leaf Green Gengar. Yellow Deck Bulbasaur. Ooh, woo. Here's Charmander. Squirtle. Psyduck. Umbreon. Poker Charmander. Not Poker Charmander, Stadium Charmander, Stadium Jolteon. Here's a Sylvie, or I said that wrong. Umbreon. Here's an Espeon. Here's an Eevee. Here's a Flareon. So once again, that's Stadium. Another Umbreon. Gold Part 2 Pikachu. That's pretty rare. Yellow Deck Cubone. That's pretty freaking rare. Love me some poker cards. Here's Gengar. So 6 of these guys. Oh, yeah. Look at that. Mary, Mr. almost called you from the mods, but my vote for you to stay mod is what saved you. Oh, yeah. Better remember that, Mary. Next time we're doing the purge. Mary, I purged a bunch of mods, but not you. You get to stay because you're Mary. Mary never gets purged. Talk about poker game. Hey, mister, you got the Pikachu from the yellow deck in there? I'm sure I do. Just give me a minute. I'm sure I do. I think that was the Charizard box. I'll show that off last. All right, now check this out. Check this out. So we got yellow deck Pikachu surfing and blue deck Pikachu surfing. Yo. Little Lugia. Queen of Clubs versus Ace of Spades. Honestly, the Ace of Spades is better. They're both cool, but the Ace of Spades is better. Look at that, Stadium Blastoise. Here's yellow Dragonite. Here's blue Cubone. Here's yellow Flareon, quite rare. Look at that red deck Gyarados. Wow. Just looks fantastic. Okay, here's Jack of Spades, Jack of Spades, Jack... Oh, I'm sorry. No, Jack of Spades, Jack of Clubs, Jack of Hearts, and Jack of Diamonds. Lily Cosmog. Damn, that's cool. That's rare right there. That's good. I'm not even a waifu collector. I don't even care about Lily. I just know somebody else out there is. Here's, once again, the Stadium Evolutions. I got them. I got them. Here's a Stadium Mewtwo, Yellow Blastoise. More of these Umbreons. I'm a fan of them. Stadium Pikachu. Damn. There it is. Okay, it's the Pikachus. They got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I kept 6 Ace of Spades Pikachu for myself. 6 Ace of Spade Pikachus, everybody. We got the index. Now look at that. 4 of them from the yellow deck. Damn, bro. That index, that long index finger relationship. Here we are. All right. I want one. Mike's side voted for you to get the boot. Oh my God, dude. All right, so let's put this here. That's a couple Pikachus. I'm very proud of the lilies, too. I think the lilies are quite good. That's a couple of those Umbreons, too, huh? One of my favorite Poke investments, the poker cards. What's the Ray sublist looking like? 2 spots left. Now, there is one more box, and maybe the most shocking of all of the boxes. Oh, also, I have these, don't I? Look. So I was using those as a prop. These were a prop in one of my recent videos. I was showing last sold prices, I think I was showing. I can't remember. But look, here's another Ace of Spades Pikachu. Here's a nice Gengar from the red deck. And here's a nice red deck Charizard. Now, I'm going to use this guy on the table, but we're going to keep this next to me because I'm going to make more videos on those from time to time. And check this out. We got 1, 2, 3, 4. Now look at that. See, these matter. You see the Stadium cards going up. I got 4 of the Stadium Charizards. Nintendo 64 Stadium Charizard. I got 4 of those. Now another green. Here's a leaf green Charizard. Pretty neat. Blue, blue, green, blue, blue. All right. There's a 10, there's a 10, there's a 10, there's a 10, there's a 10. What do you think? Is that enough? And now here are the 9s. We're breaking into the 9. All right, so there we go. One more 10, and then we break into the 9s. How do you guys feel about that? Is that enough? Do you think I need more? I think I might need more. How many total do I have? I love showing these off from time to time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. 16. I want to see these hit $5,000 one day per Charizard. I don't know if we'll see it soon, but I want to see them hit 5K. I think they're going to hit it because, again, they're the exact same artwork as... Hold on, 5,000. They're the exact same artwork as Top Sun. They really are. And when these do hit 5K, this stack here will be worth about $80,000. I don't think it's a matter of will they. I think it's a matter of when will they. When. Not if, but how soon. Because, you know, even if they trail other Pokemon cards, all Pokemon cards have been going up, and you're probably just going to see that continue. I could probably sell one of the green deck ones. The craziest part is I'm going to have more. I'm going to have more of those Charizards because I have more decks to grade. So I have more of those Pokédex to grade. So I'm not done finding them. And then here's 5 of the 9s. So that's nice too. I've never seen so many gosh dang Charizards. Yeah, well, this is really hard to replicate right here. 4 of the Stadium Charizards. Have you seen the Stadium decks? They're like $2,000 a piece now, if you can even find them. When it comes to the red deck, if you can even find them, which you can't. People are gobbling them up. Gobble, 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 like that. They're gobbling them. Do you have any leaf green deck? Looking for the Mankey. Yeah, I do actually have more leaf green decks. I think I have like 5 or 6 sealed decks of the leaf green. And I could pop one open and grade one for you. I might have given one away. I might have given a Mankey away. He might have been a potential 10. But I'll keep that in mind. People like Mankey and Primate. I'll keep that in mind. So there you have it. One of my favorite things to collect, the poker Pokemon cards. And have they been a good hold? You bet your sweet tits they have. They've done very well over time. I mean, look at those stadium cards over there, priced at $500 and $400 now. And I still consider that cheap. You're still looking at a card from like 1998 that's only $400, $500. Here we are. You're looking at a card from 1998 and it's population 16 and it's population 21 and they're under $1,000. See that? They're under 1,000, both of them. 16, 21. It's pretty good. We'll see where it goes over time. I already kind of have a feeling where it's going to go. I think you do too. But we're just kind of sitting back and watching it. One thing is, I'm not adding money to the poker cards. I'm not buying the graded ones. So every time you see those go up, they're actually just going up. Miss Sarah Dewsbury, she wants a big order. 10 Pokeshuffles, 2 live customs, 5 pre-grades, and 1 Moltres UPC. You got it, Miss Sarah. All right, 10 Pokeshuffles. Sorry, I asked this question again, but do you send out cards to grading if we pull a big hit with you? Absolutely, yeah. That's called middleman grading, and we do tag grading. I'm actually a certified tag grader middleman. I have a contract with them, and they do priority work on our submission. Did you know that? So I'm an official tag grading middleman. And then we also do PSA, and we do BGS, and we can even do CGC, although we don't do them very often. So all those are possible. All right, here goes. Miss Sarah. Lots of talking, Sarah, but now it's time to service your order. We are an official tag grading middleman. That's still true. We got a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. There we go, 11. Barracuda, Petulant, Swana, Graveler. Woo! Oh, there you go. I was getting worried for you there. Boy, that 11th card came in handy. So you got a Spearow 9 and a pack of Silver Tempest. Here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No. It's just 4, isn't it? It's just 4 because it's a $20 pack. Goes. So we might start letting it be that you get to keep the pack sealed if you wish, but it can't be re-rolled is the only thing. That's an unre-rollable item. Now, the Spearow is re-rollable. Let's go grab you a Spearow. Ugh. Oh, that's heavy. Spearow, huh? He's a 9, so that gives us a clue. Not as many 9s left in this box. Mostly 10s again. A lot of the 9s have been pulled already. But as you can see, there's a 9. I'm serious. There's almost no 9s in here. I'm scrolling through it right now. Here we go. Here's a 9. That's Lugia. Lugia 9. That's not bad, huh? Ah, okay. Well, it's kind of a cool card, believe it or not. It's Jungle Spearow. That box is so heavy when it's full. So the good news is it's a pretty good reroll. It's a $40 reroll if you decide not to keep it. And then as for keeping it, it is a vintage Spearow. The PSA 10 version of this card is probably selling for like $200 these days. Let's see. So can I get the socks unused and sealed? Yes. And the panties free of skid marks? No. And that's why you were pushing tag so much. I was like, dang, Mister really likes tag all of a sudden. Well, it wasn't a secret. I let everyone know that I was a middleman for them. And I was letting people know that that was important because it meant we got faster grading. They told me I would get faster grading than average. And we get cheaper grading. So we get cheaper and faster grading as a middleman group. So that's not like a secret or anything. I like tag also because the cards look very nice. Yes. Ooh. I approached them to be a middleman grader. They didn't approach me. I actually asked them. I liked them because we had already been grading with them for a while. So we'd been grading with them for a while, and I basically felt like they were CGC again, but just with an even nicer holder somehow. I'll keep it. All right. Keeping the Spearow. Don't you want the bed sheets, Mary? We are. Sarah Dusenberry. You guys want me to sell my unwashed bed sheets? We are. Especially the pillowcases. That's the good stuff. 2 live customs. Oh, sorry, we can't all be Mary, who washes her whole bed sheets every time she uses her bed one time. Mary goes to bed one time and immediately washes her bed sheets like she lives in a hotel. Yeah, right, Mary. Yeah, right. That's called OCD. Oh, look at this. Double hit. No, just one hit. Let's find out what you got. You gotta remember, the live customs, it could be something really big. So let's see. Trick Pikachu. Oh, the Trick or Trade Pikachu. He's kind of nice. All right. It's a solid card. Mary really wants cookies made from American chocolate. Yeah, she told me herself that she's actually desperately in love with American chocolate. It's her favorite chocolate. Here's a Pikachu red deck in the actual live customs. You have a chance to pull this in the live customs. Mary said, I love American chocolate. Here it is, Miss Sarah Dusenberry. So that's Pikachu. And you can re-roll them for 90% of $75. You would end up getting a partial store credit that can only be used for more live customs. The sheets, wash them. Mister, learn to be set. Mary, I wash my sheets like once a month. That is so good already. I swear to God, most of America probably washes their sheets like once a year. There's no way. Once a month already is a lot. What are you doing, Mary? You washing your sheets every day? Mary, that's called anal retention. Trick or treat Pikachu. I'll keep him. Oh, good choice. This is actually a cool Pikachu because he's from 2023. It is a 3-year-old Pikachu. All right, Sarah. Very good. Now, you're owed a Silver Tempest packet back here. Miss Sarah, from now on, we're going to leave these sealed unless you request that it gets opened. Now, we also need 5 pre-grades and 1 Moltres UPC. Nice. I can't decide my policy on the Moltres UPC. Am I going to always buy a new one when it sells, or am I going to let it sell through and not worry about the UPC? It's a cool item, isn't it? It's tempting to always restock it. Wait, mister, my sheets get changed every day. What's wrong with that? I'm just trying to win this dispute with Mary. There's nothing wrong with having clean sheets every day. Actually, that's part of the fun of being on vacation is you get a hotel bed and there's like a maid who like cleans the sheets maybe every day. I think they do it is it every day? No, they don't clean it every day. Do they? I don't think they do. They clean it after your stay's over. They just make your bed for you, which is also very insane. I never make my bed. Do you guys make your bed? I never make my bed, ever. Not in a million years. All right, here's the Rocket Moltres collection. Before we open it, I am going to go restock it. Destined Rivals, Moltres, UPC. Shush! Well, you can't find them anymore? I don't even see it. Hold on, wait a second. Give me a moment. I got to try and restock this, okay? So that we understand the price. I think this item's almost gone. Let me try over here real fast. And what's our price look like right now? Let's see what our price looks like. We can start to get an idea of these right away. Wow, my price is basically the restock price. So these have changed a lot, and they're going to go up. That's really crazy. Let's try doing this. Okay, hold on. Here's a cheaper one, I think. It can be hard to source cards on the fly. Oh, I see. They have been going up in prices right here. Wow, they're getting expensive, man. Let me click on this real fast. Oops. I've been in hotels for the better part of 10 years, typically twice a week. Yeah, tell us about it. All right, we are restocking this. Come on, bro. It's going to do this thing to me, isn't it? Oh, no, it actually worked this time. All right, so it's got the correct address. Usually it doesn't have the correct address. And there it goes. It logs me out. I don't know why it does that. It does that every time. It logs me out. All right, we're going to save this. All right, and now we're going to hit purchase. And so on the sale of this item, we're basically breaking even with what we just sold it for. And now the price of the Moltres UPC shall change to $405. Bro, that's expensive. So we've repurchased it, and now we need to update the website. I'm not allowing my inventory on this product to fall. I like it too much. I'm a big Team Rocket fan. All right, we're going to do a quick edit on this. Oh, actually, it cost more on the website, it almost looks like. So maybe there was a disconnect between the website and the... It's like a $10 difference. All right, there goes. All right, that's updated. And now we're ready to open it. Miss Sarah, thank you for your patience. There it is. So we've sold one. We've repurchased one. We've upped the price by almost $70 because this product is getting more expensive over time. It's really amazing how expensive Pokemon cards are getting. Wasn't this a GameStop exclusive? Can anyone confirm that? This was a GameStop exclusive. Mr. Streaming Later, whoa. We are. This is just the usual stream time, Mr. Eduardo. Hey, what's up, J-Line? I need a layaway card. Bad. We just updated our expensive slabs channel in Discord. So all those cards in there are ready. You might find one or two that really stand out to you. Look it over carefully. All right. This is cool, man. Whoa. So here you are. And here you are. I'm going to set that to the side because there's no room there. Okay. All right. Okay. Good. Tossing this. Now, bringing this back over nice and gentle. Ooh, isn't that cool, guys? Look at that. So the price on this product just went way up, like $70 more expensive now. And we just want to remove these from the holders without ruining any of these cards. I think they just slide up, real simple. Okay. One. This is the special one right here. Okay, nice and easy. It looks like it has a slight warp to it. Do you notice that? Look at that. Kind of right there, actually. Man, it's such a clean copy. I hope you can get a 10 on that. Maybe you want to flatten that in a book first, okay? And then the last one, because that warp looks like it's easily fixable. All right, cool. That box is huge. It's cool, isn't it? All right. How's this looking? This is looking pretty good. I'm going to set this here. And then we got this fun thing too. So she gets a packet of cards with it. And these could be very lucky, couldn't they? Or they could be really unlucky. We don't know. This is going to be a popular thing to open in the future. We opening up this Silver Tempest, Miss Sarah? Sarah, are we opening that up? I don't want to force people to open the Silver Tempest anymore. I think it's a cool pull out of the Pokeshuffles, and for some people, it may be worth it for them to leave it sealed. So let me know if you want to open this or leave it sealed. I just bought 2 for $2.50 each. We are nice, dude. Yeah, that's a good product. Now, let's snip this up. This is a product that is certainly getting more expensive. We upped the price last time, and then I came back, and the price is so high now that it has made my price even with the secondhand market price. So that's kind of how we do pricing on this channel. It is we let products sit and the market to catch up to that product. Unless we detect that the market's dropping, then we try to lower our prices to reduce in time to be in effect with the market. All right, we got this Mega Evolution. Here's Destined Rivals. Here's Yes Please. All right, we're going to open up the Silver Tempest as well. We used to do that automatically. There's nothing unusual about the pack. I just realized some people who pull it might actually like it sealed. Here's Archulodon, Twilight Masquerade, and 2 more. This is a big Sarah Dusenberry order. Miss Sarah, oh my. I had too many GameStop points, that's why. I'm going to be taking in my Xboxes, man, to the GameStop. There we go. Hopefully they do something nice with it. What do we got? What do we got? What do we got? What do we got? Here we have Slurpuff. All right, Metacam and Slurpuff, 2 of my favorites of all time, sort of. Bazoinks. And now, here's Morpeko. Here's Twilight Masquerade. Hollows. Twilight Masquerade. Frostlass. Surging Sparks. Tapu Smoopu. Surging Sparks. Land of Butter. Here's Journey Together. Florigato. Mr. Roboto. Here's Whalmer. Destined Rivals. Wow, you actually did well. You got an SAR out of there. Look at you. That's crazy, bro. That's crazy, bro. She got Team Rocket's Ariana. That's considered an SAR in Japanese. I guess in America it's an SIR. Whatever that means. Illustrated Rare. So she's pulling an SIR out of her packs. All right. Too bad it's not the Rockets Mewtwo, huh? Twilight Masquerade. It's a cute Douglet. Here's Zapdos. Surgeon Sparks. Togekiss. Dialga. Petalil. Come on. Ooh, Swinub. That's definitely a Pokemon. 2 packs left. Still time for glory. You did better than Brett Love on these, I'll tell you that, because Brett got killed on these booster packs. So you already did way better just pulling the Team Ariana. And then finally, all right, Corphish it is. Ta-da! I feel like the packs are a little tough. They've been tough for Mr. Brett. And I don't want to say they were quite as tough on you because you actually got something out of them. You got the Ariana. She might be worth something. But I feel like it would be really helpful if a couple good ARs popped out. But we're just not seeing that. We got Swinub, I guess. Yeah, actually, if the Swinub had been a good pull, this wouldn't have been bad. Wow, that's a great drawing, isn't it? All right. Set this here. Now we're grading 5 of these. So, first we have this hollows. Let's put this into a separate baggie. Why can't they keep it the same? I don't know, because they're crazy. They're crazy. All right, now let's just find out about this. Let's pull up this Ariana real fast for fun. Now, a total of 5, right? Meow, 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 meow. Jewelry Bonnie. Whoa. Whoa. Some of these don't look like they need to be in here. Here's a Siggy. He should be graded. That's a rare. That's a Dawn card. This is pretty cool. Ooh, that Mimikyu is nice. I don't think I'd grade the Magneton. Him on top's cool. He's going to miss. I can already tell. Oh, this is very good. Comfy. Luminion's cool. I like the Luminion. Mega Charizard's an obvious. Rayquaza, he's valuable if he can get that 10. Okay. I like Piplup. So you got a couple interesting cards in your bag. Let's go ahead and hand out some grades to them now. You ready? So Rocket's admin. You just pulled this. Wow, and it's nice and clean. Well, that's even better if you could pull a clean card. Slightly fatter on the bottom than the top. Just slight. And so I'm going to hand this out a 10 on Team Rocket's Ariana. Might be better off at PSA, but actually the centering's not bad even on the back. Rayquaza, probably going to fail. Yep, fails right away. Fails with the centering. Yep. All right, so we're going to write 8 on this. Not exactly a hit at that point, so you might want to sell it. I'm wondering if I should help you guys sell your non-10s. I hate to tell you this, but the centering's going to kill this guy. He's too... Can you see it on this side right here? Real fat on the bottom, thin on the left. So he's going to be a 9 with problematic centering. Okay, that's Charizard. Luminion. Ooh, looking so beautiful. Top to bottom centering's no good. Back of the card's good, though. Wow, so clean on the back. So very clean. Let me check the front again. It's close. I would call this a borderline card, but I'm actually leaning toward it getting a 9 for off-centering issues. I would send this one to PSA only. Don't send it to tag. All right, and now we've got Eevee. Wow, centering is great. Ooh, so close to a pristine. Definitely a 10 on this one. You can try it for pristine. I think it's close to pristine. I'll say 10 plus on this one. But honestly, if it's a pristine, it's going to be real close, okay? There's just the tiniest speck of non-continuous border on the back of the back border edge. Is it time for arc raiders? Okay, here's this guy. Being pretty off-center there. He's going to get probably a 9. So tell me about arc raiders. And how do you think arc raiders holds up to the new Halo game, Marathon? You think Marathon's going to overtake them? I hear Marathon had a cool, like, raid-like thing. Is that true? Oh. The surface isn't very good on this card. This card has surface issues. Oh, yeah, it's got a print line. This one's no good. All right. The front of the card looks really good. The back of the card's pretty bad. It's Pokopia time. 6, did you see you won the trade break? You got the trade break, 6. All right, here comes Team Rocket. Thinner on the top. Oh, it's close, huh? I saw it. Is there time for an order? What time is it? Yes, sir. Send in an order right now. It's so close. I'm going to call it 9.5. Would I test this card, Miss Sarah? If I had a lot of money and just cared about getting as many borderline cards to be tested, I would. But this card is going to be real borderline. I'm giving it 9.5 plus, but I think it's real borderline. Actually, I don't think the plus is necessary. I'm taking it back. I'm just going to call it 9.5. So I think it's not quite a 10. It has a visible issue. It's a good card, though. Now, this guy's almost certainly not going to grade 10. What I would do with this guy is just grade him authentic. But let's give him a shot. Let's see if he could grade 10. I would just grade this authentic because these don't generally grade 10. But let me see. I take it back. He's got some dots there. Maybe the grader won't know what to do about those. Okay. Oh, well, no, he's got kind of a notch right here. See that notch right there? Right there. Oh, that's too bad. Interesting. He's got these dots. He's got the notch on the back. But you know what he doesn't have? Big print lines, or like sometimes there's like a sort of like surface smudging. I'm going to call him 9.5. He's a real borderline card. It depends on how they view that dip on the back edge, if they consider that not a problem, or maybe it's a serious problem. So it's up to them. It's up to their interpretation of that. All right. So you got some really uncertain ones. These are borderline. And then you've got some obvious 9s. Here, this one's borderline too. This one comes down to the centering on the top versus the bottom. It's pretty close to failing. All right. Oh, so here are your nice 10s. So your nice 10s are Ariana, which you just pulled, and Eevee, which I really like the Eevee. I think the Eevee's got a good shot at it. Just a 10, maybe pristine, maybe. And then these guys, 9, 9, 8, 9. And remember, this is not an official grade. This is just my perception with my human eyeball. I could always be wrong, so don't get your hopes up too high. Oh, we didn't grade the best one. All right, let me grade this one for you too, okay? Give me a second. Forgot about this. Immediately off center. This will not grade 10. The back of it looks super clean, but as you can see, the left side's very thin. I don't know why that is. It's thin enough to be an 8. There is also a lip right here. So there's a lip on the side of the card. So this shall get an 8. All right, so this card has both significant off-centering on this left to right, and then there's like a raised lip right there. So there you have it. The Moltres. I gave you a little more than you asked for. I gave you a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You got double the grades. Thank you for all the big orders, Sarah. I hope that helps you understand some of your cards, what you can do with them. Looks like the Eevee is really good. Looks like the Ariana is good. And it looks like you got a couple borderline ones that you can gamble with if you feel like a gambling girl. You got some cards. You may wish to liquidate those cards. Maybe we will have a system for that. I don't know. Where are we putting the rest of these, huh? Right here, maybe? Look at this. This is top-loaded. What could this be? Oh, my gosh. Mega Charizard. Did we already look at that? Yeah, we did. This one's got a problem up on this edge. That's definitely something that happened to it on the line. So sad. All right, so that one is a really good collectible for maybe like a magnetic holder, just a special memory from the stream, or maybe you flip it. Maybe you try to repair it. That's an option too. We talked about that briefly. I don't know if it'll work though. I've seen cards that look repairable. That card looks like it has some card damage, like damage, you know what I'm saying? Like it is damaged. Here's Raul Mendoza, 1 Prismatic Evolutions. 1 Traumatic Evolutions, you got it. Oh yeah, Prismatic never sleeps. Ready? Oh, look at this pack. It looks like it's full of air. Whoa, that's so weird. That is a pack full of air. All right, snipping that. That comes right out of those sealed UPC boxes. That's where we source our stuff currently. But that's going to be a cold pack this time. Thanks, mister. I appreciate it. I bought a Switch too just to play Pokopia. What? 6? Just for Pokopia? You can't be serious. That's crazy. So, Mr. Raul, you're going to be over here. How is it, 6? Give it a rating. Here you go, Mr. Raul. Shaboinks. Cards are expired. What cards are expired? The new Pokemon game that's like Animal Crossing. You give it a 666 out of 10. Damn, bro. She's saying, I really like it. 6 is going hard on it. I did too. Found one on eBay for $280. Now, here's Mr. Team Rocket Grunt. Let me get one hot live custom. Live costume. You got it. One hot live custom, Team Rocket Grunt. It could happen. One $25 pack could be like a big hit. Just randomly pulled. Oh, it is. And it's Topps Machamp C10. Pretty good. All right, let's go grab them. Ugh. Right here, Topps Machamp, $150. So now you can decide to re-roll him or keep him. That's CGC 10, Gem Mint, Topps Machamp from 1999. These are very hard to grade. It is. Here's the front of the card. And here's the back of the card. Now, looking it over is kind of interesting. There's no notch on the card. There you go. Are your One Piece boosters from a case or bought one at a time? They're from the case only. Case only. I got a lot of One Piece cases. I got some really expensive One Piece cases, in fact. I got some of these One Piece. Where are they? Do I have it nearby? No, I don't even have it nearby. I don't want to stand up. Mr. Team Rocket Grunt. Mr. Kamara, move to the left. Oh, the camera. I'm sorry, I bumped it, didn't I? The Kamara, yes. Any PRB1 Japanese? PRB1 Japanese. I think I still have a little bit of that somewhere. I'm not sure. Somebody came in and tried to buy me out of all of that. And I wish I'd reacted more harshly and been like, nah, we're not doing that. Yeah, this was when One Piece started to move. But just so you know, any One Piece you see on the menu comes out of 100% a completely full sealed case that has only been unsealed by me. That's how we do it. We don't do it any other way. I don't like to do it. I pay the extra price for good product. I never go for the cheap product. We pay the extra price for fully sealed cases. It's the only thing I want to sell. I don't like to sell anything else. Good morning, Sumba Kokji. What? I only know a little bit of Japanese. I know Konnichiwa and Bushido. Bro, Putin threatened to nuke Israel. Big Yahoo. Did he really? We are? Not that I'm seeing. No, he didn't. What are you talking about? All right, I'm going to close that. That's a big threat. You're not supposed to make threats like that, you know, to use your nuclear weapons. That was the whole reason that we invaded Iran, because they were constantly saying death to America, death to Israel. And they're like, yeah, we're building nukes. No, we're not building nukes. We're just building lots of nuclear stuff underground where you can't see it. You don't need to know about it. Stop asking questions. Do you know if the SP was pulled from the case of EV1 by chance? TCG Oasis, I don't answer those questions anyways, even if I was sure, but I'm actually not sure. I cannot remember. But I'm not allowed to answer those questions. That's a searching question. So everyone in the group just agrees that Cardconomist can't answer those questions. It's part of the fun, right? Like if you go into a local card shop, you're not supposed to gain searching information about, you know, this is good or that's bad. Everyone just has fun, and I do not share that info. Yeah, let me have a sip. Nicholas Pacheco had a question. Mister, what has led you to not grade with CGC anymore? Well, first of all, CGC should let me have a middleman contract with them just like Tag, and then I probably would. They should have a middleman contract with me just like Tag. Tag gives us preferential treatment. And as a result of that, they're going to get more business because they're offering us a better deal. That's all it comes down to. They're offering us a good deal. And but CGC otherwise, I got no problem with them. No problem at all. So I don't think he's here. We're going to go ahead and just give him the mod champ now. Okay, here we go. Team Rocket Grunt. Very nice. It's a good card. If you want my opinion on it, Team Rocket Grunt, you could re-roll it. You would get 90%, and that would mean you'd probably get like maybe 5 on the re-roll, or maybe you'd get 4 on the re-roll. I'm not sure. I think it's like 5. So you could re-roll it, and you might pull another thing, or you could miss, depending on how big the thing was, you know, how many. It's just like a risk. He's a solid vintage card. He's not a modern 10. He's a vintage 10. So he's tempting to keep, if even just to sell him on consignment. So you can actually keep him and then have me sell it on consignment for you. All right, did you guys know there's a gym break, Tiny Tyrant Plankton, that needs to be completed? Mr. Daniel Batita's in here. We just need one more person for it to end. I think we're done. It's 8:06. Did we reach 40 likes? We didn't reach 40 likes? Ah, man, that means no giveaway. All right, well, maybe in the next stream, guys. Next stream, we'll get that giveaway, okay? During a recent TV appearance, Colonel Douglas McGregor suggested that Russia has likely delivered a jarring ultimatum to Israel, warning that if Israel uses nuclear weapons against Iran, Russia will. No one's about to use nuclear weapons, bro. Israel and the United States has Iran on its butt. There is no reason at all to use nuclear weapons. But I don't know about all that. Let's see. Taking my like back. No! Now, be careful with that. That was why we stopped doing it that way. So you have the power to like the stream and get it into the 40s. And that was a cool thing, in my opinion, back in the day. But people started punishing me when you didn't hit, like, the goal. They would say, oh, well, then I'm not going to like this stream. And then I said, ooh, let's not do it that way anymore then. Let's not connect giveaways to likes. So if you prefer the method where it's like giveaways and likes are connected, don't just punish me because we didn't hit 40. What I recommend is let's get it to 40. That's what I recommend. You have almost 3 hours to hit 40. So it's a pretty good chunk of time. It's not too hard, actually. I mean, there's 60 people in here. I think we could have hit 40. So I can't do it now, guys. The stream's officially over. But I had a lot of fun. We're going to be back on, okay, guys? We're going to be back on for, what's today? It's Wednesday. We're going to be back on for Thursday morning. And I want you guys to hit 40 in those next 2 streams, okay? We'll have giveaways for you guys on those 2 streams. I'm not out of giveaways. I got lots of giveaways for you guys. Let's hit the goal on the next stream, okay? Promise. All right, guys, thank you so much. Thank you to Miss Sarah. She was the biggest order of the night. She's too kind. And we need to start hosting some streams for new guys. We need some new guys. And we're going to pick out some new moderators. And we are officially doing scorecards for the gym breaks again. Did you guys hear that discussion? When it comes to gym breaks, at the end of 90 days, the person with the best score and the worst score get to have one last battle, and the person who wins the battle keeps the whole deck. Deck 3 will then be given to that person. They win. Okay, it's pretty good. So gym breaks have a new competitive function. After 90 days, one guy walks away with the whole deck. Pretty neat. And it's based off of your scorecard. And then all the scorecards are thrown away, or if you want yours, it's put into your bag. All right? All right, see you later, everybody. Mr. Out the Psyduck, I'm there. Put the Psyduck, I'm there. All right, see you later, everybody. Have a nice night. I'll see you for the Thursday morning stream.